All right, guys, I just want to say one thing really quick. Towards like the middle of the video, I keep calling Myron. I keep calling Walter, which is Fresh Prince. I keep calling him Myron on accident. Okay, just wanted to say that. This way, if you hear it, and you're like, "Oh, that's weird." Now you know why. Also, check this out, dude. Oh, we're just pumping gains, baby. All right, guys. Yeah, let's do it. You guys asked for it. We covered the fresh and fit thing where the girl came forward because I don't know. It sounded like he was in a nice relationship with a girl. Aw. And then it didn't work out. I get for whatever reason we covered it. You can go check that out. I don't feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for him. You know, she's got pregnant. He doesn't want to keep it. She does. It's ultimately her choice. He decided to go for it without wrapping up. And, you know, you got to take accountability in both directions. So he might be paying child support. It is what it is. I will say the one thing that does, and I don't feel bad for her because you knew what kind of guy he was. You decided to ignore the red flags of him literally having a red pill podcast. Whose fault is that? Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. I feel bad for the kid. If they have the kid, I understand why people wouldn't want to take that step. You know, I'm personally pro-choice. Well, I'm societally pro-choice. Personally, I wouldn't want to do it. I can't wait to have kids. It's going to be great. You know, I will say that it was interesting because she tried to make it seem like they had a conversation about having kids, and that's why she stopped taking her birth control. There's a couple of details that are a little non-ironed out. Where she, you know, I guess they would kind of talk a little bit about having kids. Like, oh, our kids would look like this, blah, 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 blah. That's normal in a relationship before you're ready to have kids, you know? And it seemed like she stopped taking her birth control. So that, I mean, it's either at best a miscommunication, at worst, maybe she's trying to trap him. I don't know. But anyway, Destiny talked about it. People are asking me to look at it. They said that he went too hard on the girl, was mean to the girl. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. But it's something to go into. So let's get this going. Destiny confronts the baby mommy. Let's get it going. Thank you so much. $5 for Tara and Andy. Sorry if this was mentioned or off topic. How are you and wifey from the earthquake this morning? It was so scary in Long Island. Yeah, it woke me up, and then I went back to sleep. It was all right. It was just like, ooh, that was crazy. Nothing crazy happened. But Walter's suing her for defamation. Okay, yeah. Well, like I said, like we don't have to bring everything to the internet. Like she decided to bring things to the internet. I read something. I think it's right here. Where basically, I think the short end of it is like it's illegal in Florida to record somebody without their consent. Okay, you shouldn't be talking about these things publicly. Like we didn't learn anything new about this. What did we learn new about this? Oh, Myron's a bad guy. Oh my God. Alert the press. We already knew that. Or Fit, whatever. Walter. We already knew that, dude. Whatever. Let's go.
Money. I like his lifestyle. I don't care about the money. I like his lifestyle. By the United States law, he has to pay for the child support. How much money do you think a man should make for? Yeah, I told them $1 million.
Walter,
okay, yeah, he's got to pay child support. I don't know why she's making. Why are you making this a public thing?
Apologize for everything and came clean on everything. Wouldn't you want him to be involved in like your child's life?
Yeah, for sure.
But why would you care about that?
Well, what? What?
Shouldn't the priority be to like build a healthy life for your future child? Shouldn't that be the focus?
Yes.
You don't care. You're not caring. The child
I mean, it can be difficult right in the moment after she feels hurt to do that, but like, yeah, that would be the goal.
right now is just a money ticket for you. You're not caring at all about the child. Why are you leaking
What is
all
the
this
money?
publicly?
What
The money is the
what
child support
money?
you think that you were talking about earlier. That you're very
Who are
familiar
you?
with.
I don't want to talk to you.
Destiny's going to take a break for.
Why did she even have the conversation with these people? I don't. This is like the thing. It feels so normal to do this kind of stuff because we're all internet gooners. But why are you having a conversation like with these people? Like, like what do you do? Like, what are you doing? It does feel like you're going on tour.
A little bit.
I will. I'll take out. This woman is a f***ing piece of trash, though. She's ruining this kid's life because
You are
she's got
trash.
the money.
I'm a
We'll see.
tourist here. I'm not gonna work. That's illegal. Without insurance, everything is going to be expensive. I wish he can take care of that. I think at least he's doing something.
Jessica, you gotta ban me. I can't. I'm gonna kill myself. Listen
Stop.
to this person. Oh my God, you have to ban me from your.
See, wait a minute. Hold on. We're having a calm conversation.
Yeah, why are you being so mean?
Everyone here is
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to get a job. I don't know, dude.
trying to be
I was a little more empathetic to her before this, but
I can't tell Tree. I can't tell how
Empathetic.
naive you are. For her to say earlier, she's like, and I know that in the United States of America, paternity law says that he needs to pay for this, and also I'm on a tourist visa, so I can't work, and it's very expensive here, and I'm in Miami, and I need him to pay for all of the blah 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 blah.
yeah.
Hi, Daisy.
how's it going?
Wow.
Kind of shit. No.
Yeah.
All right. So
So who are these people that she feels compelled to talk to them? Like I don't understand that motivation to talk to them. I don't get it.
I don't know if you know anything about us, but we were just tuning into your sort of stuff going on with Fresh. Last we saw, you kind of posted some of that phone call. Have you posted any more of that phone call yet?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's interesting how she's apparently so educated on like the laws when it comes to having babies, but not educated on like two-party consent laws when it comes to um like even leaking the information that she leaked. You know what I mean?
Because
Is that
it's
pretty
like
much-
a 37 minutes phone call, and I don't want to post it though.
Okay, just for the sake of clarity here, let me ask: what's your best case scenario in this situation? What are we hoping for here? Are we hoping that he kind of turns around and maybe
No, I
reevaluate?
don't. I don't expect him to come around because I don't need this man in my life, and I knew he's a
Okay.
trash. So why?
You knew he was trash. This doesn't look good for her. You can give her the benefit and be like, oh, maybe it's a language barrier. But if you knew he was trash, it sounds like what you're saying is you knew all along, but maybe it's a language barrier. But then why did you engage with him? That just kind of makes it seem like you wanted to have a kid for money.
The reason why I'm posting this is because I want everybody to know that he is a liar and
We already knew that.
he's a cheater.
We knew that. And in her own video, you said that he was messing around with other girls and you were okay with it. Although it could still be considered cheating if he wasn't wearing protection, if they made that very explicitly clear that he was supposed to, which I wouldn't doubt that they did. So maybe he cheated in that capacity. But again, it's like putting meat on the ground in front of a dog and then expecting it to not eat it. Like that's the value of Myron. They're not men. And like you should have known that going into it. But you decided not to. You decided to ignore the red flags. Thank you so much for the $2, Angie Toasty. Is Fresh's real name Walter or that's just a meme? No, I think his real name is Walter, and if it's not, now it is.
Maybe he's a scammer, as how he behaved right now on the show after I posted everything. He's making a joke about it. Like,
Well, he said he didn't have any money, right? He said he didn't have any money, he wouldn't be able to get any money. So where'd all his money
I don't care
go?
about the money. I don't care about the money. The thing is, I want him to behave like a man. Like he didn't even offer me to like, oh baby,
Oh, baby, I'll pay for the abortion.
you don't want to we're not together. You don't want the baby. I can help you. Take you to the hospital. Taking care of the medical stuff.
Just step
He
up
didn't
overall,
say
yeah.
Nothing of none of that.
What does that mean?
That's the reason why I got pissed.
Okay.
And I'm an adult. I can accept the breakup. But the thing is, we planned for this baby, and he knew it.
If that's true, she needs to show us that. That did not come. I don't know if I believe that they planned for the baby. Maybe, but again, she made this line in her message that was something along the lines of, we would send. They would send each other memes of like how their kids would look together, which does not mean you're planning for a baby, by the way. People do that before they're ready for babies all the time. It's like part of like a progressive relationship. And then she decided to stop taking birth control. She never said that they had an explicit conversation about having a kid. So I don't know if I believe that. Thank you so much for the $2 from Yoshi is Vinyl. Test results are back. Papa is a gooner. Okay, I am the father. Incredible.
He
I'm
knew
not
it.
that stupid.
The fertility doctors did say I was a sperminator. Should have had a lot of swimmers.
I'm not 18. Yeah, he knew it. We always been talking about the baby. Since day one, he asked me, what if you get pregnant? I told him directly, I would keep this baby because I am in love with you. And I don't, I've never get pregnant before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm pregnant, I'm
You having a conversation of what would happen if you got pregnant is not the same thing as saying that you explicitly want to have a baby with somebody. And she said that, and from what I remember, you can correct me if I'm wrong, she said that she got off her birth control, like because she was ready to have a kid. It's like, but did you talk to him about that?
definitely going to keep the baby.
And that's like 100% you've decided that you are keeping this baby regardless of what he does?
I told him that this is what he noticed. He know the information from me, and he asked me many times, and he told me many times, you're going to be the baby's mother. You don't, because I smoke vape. He always take my
Well, you can't be smoking a vape if you're trying to have a kid.
vape away. He's like, oh, I want you to be healthy. You're going to be my baby's mother. What if you get pregnant? And even a week ago when I was at his house, he was like, oh, I don't want to rent an apartment anymore. I want to buy the house instead because it's better for us for the future. And what if you get pregnant? He keeps saying that every day to me. So that means
I mean, maybe that's true. We'd have to get that corroboration of his story. But why would he flip on a dime then? I mean, he's probably just not going to talk about it because he's going to leave it to a legal matter. And as much as I do not like Fresh and Fit, that is the correct way to go because she turned this into a public thing. It's not like she was having conversations with him behind the scenes of you said this, you said that. She took it directly to the public. And I don't think you should ever take something like this to public, but at the very least, you should have tried to engage with him first. before all this, but instead it sounded like she recorded the conversation to put it up. I think it's fine to like record a conversation of like, oh, just in case he says something and then he lies about it later. That's fine. But to like instantaneously put it up, I don't know, dude.
And
He
you-
admitted.
Well, you also said that he introduced you to like his mom and his whole family, right? When you guys went to Barbados.
His entire family. We
Yeah.
spoke for 2 months when I was in China. We were in a long distance relationship. And then he decided to take me to Barbados. And I asked him, what's the purpose for the visit? He said, because he wants to show me his family, like where he grew up. And also he wants to take the Barbados passport because he want to travel to China.
It's funny because all this makes like Myron look kind of like a grifter, in the sense that like he talks a big game, like he's this tough guy, but he's really a big fucking sweetheart when it comes to girls. I wonder if Walter's actually a decent guy behind the scenes, but he's a scum fucking piece of shit on Fresh and well, he's not. He just sits there. He doesn't contribute anything. Somebody wrote a book on him, and it's 3 pages, including like the fucking almanac or whatever it's called. I don't know, dude. But he's grifting, pretending like he hates women. Oh yeah, women. Okay, whatever.
Because for Barbados passport, he doesn't need a visa. So how can I not trusting like all of these?
Get
You know,
$10
he did
donate
like making
$5.
efforts. Like
Congratulations, dating on your
for me,
That
it
makes
was
sense.
like everything was pretty like real for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you start to sense things were off with him?
Was it when he was fucking a bunch of other girls and you let him do that? Like, whoa. Listen, I'm not trying to be that guy. If you want to be in an open relationship, be my guest. But I personally think that if like that type of behavior is going on, you're not going to be stable in a relationship. You know, hormones are going through your body when you have sex with somebody. And like, you know, you can't help it for both men and women. They seem to be stronger for women, but it doesn't matter. And like, you know, you can never give 100% to somebody. I just don't date somebody who's doing that, especially if they won't let you reciprocate. You know, I feel like open relationship, in my opinion, an open relationship is for a couple that's been together for 20 or 30 years. That's like, oh, like let's we're so secure with each other, with ourselves. Like we have kids together, we have a life, we have a mortgage, we're bound to each other in such a way. We have so many unique experiences that can never be replicated. That like, yeah, let's experiment now that we're a little bit older. That's what an open relationship is to me. It's not like, hey, let's just like let's just not commit to each other. I don't know. It just seems silly. Again, I've been in one before, so I get it. But you know, maybe I'm projecting my bad experience onto it. But I'm just saying it. You know, it's very difficult, I think, to maintain like the love there. But thank you so much for the $5, Jimmy G. No chance they were planning a baby red pill or taking vasectomies, and later in life, but Fresh as a pussy. Well, I mean, I wonder, why didn't he just get a vasectomy? Is my question. Especially if he likes to fucking come in girls without, condom.
About a week ago, he told me he decided not to rent the apartment as he promised. The reason why I want my own space is because I knew he wanted to see other girls, and his job, because of what he does, obviously he's going to like deal with other women, associate with other women, which is fine for me. We had an agreement, on that. And I know all men, to become successful, they wouldn't want to be with just one woman. And I told him, as long as I'm the man, that's fine with me. Just use protection and don't bring me disease.
That part I would believe that she set that boundary and he violated that boundary, which would make him a cheater. It's still, just to be clear, it's disgusting behavior if he's doing that. But yeah.
And he agrees with that. And then he told me he doesn't want to rent the apartment. And then he started telling me, oh, he needs space. He said his Instagram is down, and he said maybe he cannot take care of me, when he's not even like taking care of me. Like I literally did my own stuff.
I thought she said she had no money and she couldn't work. Which one is it? Does she take care of herself? Does he take care of her? I'm fucking confused, man.
Okay, let's say tomorrow, right? He, after saying all of this, after making the jokes on the show and everything, let's say he turns around, he's like, hey, you know what? I kind of behave like a dick and douchebag. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to step up. Would you kind of let him, or is that bridge kind of already burned? Is that like...
Yeah, listen, that's a tough question, because in the moment, with them being angry at each other, I could see her being like, no, fuck that. But at the same time, like, what you should say is like, you know what, I would try for the baby, right? Because what's the priority here? It's the baby more than anything else. Leave me alone.
Gone, that opportunity.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
For me, he's nothing to me right now.
Right now makes sense, but like, we're talking like, what about a couple? What about by the time the baby comes out,
Okay. And in the future, right? If the child decides that they, want to meet their dad and wants to be an active part of their life. Is that like something that you'd be super positive with? Is that like something that you'd probably like, I'm not so sure?
No. He cannot see the child.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of shitty. Like, listen, again, well, here's the thing. Is she might just be saying that because she feels that way right now. And she's in, like, obviously a vulnerable state, you know, even if I think that she's acting like this really irresponsibly. And she's in a more emotionally vulnerable state. You know how women are. Oh, she has money here. She has money in China, but she can't send it because of the work visa. Okay, whatever. She might just be saying that now, and that might be something in the future that will change. But that's the thing. You shouldn't be coming on to shows making absolute statements like that. You shouldn't be doing tours. You shouldn't be doing drama tours. You know, you shouldn't be going around doing drama tours on stuff. That's the most pathetic part. You know, that just means you're soaking in. You love the attention. That's what it communicates to me. Because listen, I've been in like my own drama myself, and when I am, like, people will reach out and be like, "Hey, do you want to come on and talk about?" And I don't, because like I'm not trying to fucking. I love talking about like brain rot drama. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like to be part of it, so I don't do drama tours to like, yeah, this and then I talk about it on my own channel, but like I don't do the brain rot drama tours. It's like because I don't enjoy that spotlight. I like talking about stuff. I don't really enjoy being part of the spotlight. You know. It happens sometimes, but I'm not trying to like milk it. And it's like, that's what you're doing here. So like, people are going to hear your statements and they're going to go, well, this is shitty, because it is. Even if I understand the feeling, you shouldn't be putting yourself in the situation of talking about this.
You cannot see the child. Okay.
Yeah, because he's not acting like a dad.
Sure,
He's
of course.
acting,
Yeah.
Well, I think
he's laughing about it. Look at
what this guy's saying. Is let's say he realized tomorrow. Let's say at a come to Jesus moment, he realizes,
Jesus, thank you so much, Can the Man, for $5 PayPal. First time ever donating to a streamer. Oh, thank you. Wanted to stop by before I do classwork and compliment you for the amazing stream title. Love you. Thank you. I love you too.
oh, I was actually being a terrible person. Let's say he realizes that and he says, you know what, we're going to do this together. I know he won't. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if he decided to actually live his values and be a Christian man in this world and take care of his kids, if he decided that, would you let him see his kid? You would, right?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Because what did he do? What did he do for this kid?
Well, nothing so far, but the kid isn't born yet.
He doesn't even want this kid. He wants me to take the pill. He didn't even want to talk to me. Okay. I talked to him. I said, because I was afraid maybe like he was questioning me about the pregnancy test, that I was trapping him. So I went to the hospital. I did a
I would too.
blood test that came out. I sent it to him to make sure I'm not trapping him.
Well, the trap, just to be clear, the trap would be the kid, not if the kid is or isn't yours. Just okay.
And before that, he didn't talk to me. He didn't ask me how I am, how's my situation. He just like kind of kicked me out. He kicked me out from his apartment. I had to I booked my ticket and I came to New York. Cool. That was it. I didn't do anything wrong in this relationship. The fact is I did a lot. And everybody was like, oh, he's paying you. He doesn't pay me.
Okay. Let me ask this. In the future, if your child decides that they want, even at an early age, to get to know their dad, for the sake of like your child, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I grew up without a father, and one thing my mother always gave it's so funny because I've seen my mother give this advice to women all the time, single moms. She constantly gives this advice. It's actually funny. She always gives the same advice to everybody because there's a lot of women that she knows that is going through the same thing. My father left my mother 5 months pregnant, and then he showed back up, pretended to be the dad when she was having the kid in the hospital. And, well, me, and then he never showed up again. He tried to see me twice, and it was just when I was 2 and 5. He put very little effort. And I've seen her give say the same thing to every woman, and I know that she's honest. My mom's honest. She's brutally honest, and to the point where she never talked negatively of my father ever. She's never said a single negative thing about him. It's actually impressive. She would just not talk about him. There's nothing to talk about. But her advice to all the women is let him see the kid. And then what she says, because he won't. And what a horrible thing, saying it out loud now. But in a lot of instances, it's true. And unfortunately, a lot of the times, parents will fight each other through a kid. My mom's advice is just let them see the baby, because at the best case scenario, the kid the father sees the baby, and then or the kid, and the kid gets to have a dad. You don't have to be a good husband to be a good father. The typical, unfortunate, at least in this scenario, is that they don't want to see the kid, but then there's no fight. Then there's no fight. It's okay, if you want to see him, come see him. it doesn't turn into like drama and more problems and more issues and more stress for them or the kid, right? And that's the advice, man. So like you should be letting your kid, you can hate him if you want, but it's for the kid, you know?
Would you consider being supportive of that, or would you be like, nope, your dad wasn't there, he's an asshole, this, that? What would be the case here if it was the child asking to get to know their dad?
Well, if it's legally, I don't have to, like my child doesn't have to see him, then I won't.
Okay. Well,
yeah, but
all right, well, hopefully he fights for his legal rights.
I'm not sure right now. Like, I don't have a indecision right now.
That's fair. If she just said, I don't know, that would be a perfectly reasonable thing. Oh, would you let Fresh be part of the kid's life? I don't know. All right, that's fair. I haven't thought about it. Right, like, because that's not her first thing in her mind. That would be fine, but
to do about this baby, because like I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Can I ask you, whose idea was it to come to Miami here?
What?
Whose idea was it for you to move to Miami? Was it something you came to together, or was it your idea to go move? Yeah.
So I posted on my story that before, like, I spent the New Year with him, right? And before I traveled back to China, he asked me, like, what's my plan? And he told me, first he had a conversation with me that he was really serious with me and he sees me as a future, something that he can have a future with, like someone.
Okay. And
I told him, well, if that's the case, and I really like him here and I can move here. Yeah, that's something we decided together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I ask you, so if you wanted to, be together with him, start a family with him, did you ever talk to him about not doing?
She's only 3 or 4 weeks pregnant. Unfortunately, you don't usually announce that early. I'll say that.
The whole, multiple women with one guy thing? Were you concerned about the fact that he was seeing and having sex with a bunch of other women on the side, or?
I was.
No, she's kind of. I'm not trying to be rude. You're a fucking idiot if you're not concerned with that, which she didn't seem to be. So you're dumb. Like, that's like, come on, you should have known better.
I'm concerned because he always told me, I only want you. You're the only one. Like, he never admitted.
Who would have thought? I thought he would say fuckboy shit.
That he's sleeping with other women until today. And I don't want to think about it because I knew, like, every guy does that anyway, Well,
that's not true, but okay.
And plus, that's what he does. So I respect him. And he posted me. He kind of made it official. So I'm like, okay, he does take me seriously. So I didn't care about what's happening outside, And I don't really pay attention about his show and what is he talking about.
You probably should. That's his work. You probably should pay some attention to the show. Yeah, I don't really pay attention to what he's saying on the show. Why? I don't know. It didn't seem relevant. Oh, really? You didn't think that part was like a little fucking relevant? The way the guy acts isn't relevant to you? Incredible.
Only recently I've been taking, like, his haters been texting me. I never, like, believed him, like, believed his haters. I always trusted him and supported him.
Okay. So are you saying, did you ask him if he's seeing other women and he told you no, or did you just never ask him if he's seeing other women?
I asked him. I always make joke or make fun about this. Like, okay, this girl is good looking. Like, at his show, I'm like, he could be good for you. And he's like, no, I'm okay. He's like, I'm okay. He always tell me, like, I wish you were here. I wish you were here. And when he's on a boat party,
I wish you were here, baby.
I told him, I was asking him, like, did you just have like a boat party sex? He's like, no. I was thinking about you. I mean, I knew that sometimes he's like just covering it, but for me, it was okay, because I knew he's not just dating just one woman, and I noticed that. I don't want to change who he is because I was trying my best.
Yeah, that's why. Like, no offense, but that's why you're like a weak woman. Listen, like, in a relationship, there's always going to be compromises, right? And if you're not going into a relationship, like, you should be. I don't know. Like, my wife changed me in a positive way. You're supposed to change. You're not. I don't want to change anything about him. Then why be in a relationship? A relationship is literally about compromising and changing. Both of you changing each other for the better. What are you talking about? Yeah, she knows the real Walter.
To keep him.
Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
do you love me, Walter? Do you think this girl's cute on your show, Walter?
On those lines, then, are you saying that you're 100% sure then that this is Walter's baby? You weren't, like, he was stepping out.
Walter, this is your baby, Walter. I'm gonna die.
So you weren't stepping out at all yourself?
Of
like,
course,
this is Fresh's baby?
Help me, Walter. I'm getting fucked up by a dead guy.
Of course, what are you talking about?
Fuck
Let
off.
me tell you, on March 9th,
that's
how I traveled. Like, that's the day I traveled to Barbados. That's the first day we got together. And that's the day I just finished my period. Then
your period. Shit, I fucking knew it, girl.
from that day, since
Walter,
that
I'm off my period, Walter.
day, I was with him every day. I stayed in his apartment until 25th of March. Until that day, I moved out.
Course, yeah, I got you. I like the Minecraft game.
You understand what I'm saying?
Walter.
Yeah. So wait, that was like a week or two. You've been there for like a week or two.
We been together since 9th of March until 25th of March.
Okay.
Wait, what? You guys were only together for like 3 weeks? What are you talking about?
Okay, and this is 100% his baby. I'm not seeing anyone because if I'm in a relationship, I would never see anyone.
Okay. Damn.
Okay.
Like, I can't move so quickly. Just go fuck somebody else. And
I don't
get
even
pregnant.
see other girls. I've said it before. I'll say it again. My wife does Zumba classes alone at the gym. I don't understand it, but she's not. There's no one else in there except for a gay teacher sometimes. Other time though, she's hallucinating. Don't know what the fuck she's talking to.
It doesn't make sense.
Walter.
That's fair. Are you saying, wait, you guys saw each other for like a couple weeks? I'm not trying to make fun of
You're breaking me pretty bad right now, Walter.
anybody. I'm just saying
You're breaking my heart pretty bad.
introduced you to his mom in that short amount of time.
Uh-oh. The Gooner's here.
No, I met his
The
mom
Gooners
last
joined
year
the chat.
on New Year's.
Oh, so it wasn't like an official. You guys were together and living. You're making a differentiation between when you lived together and
He
when
made
you guys
it
first started dating.
official last year during the New Year's because I got exposed on his yard child party, and then things just got serious. He asked me to be his girl. He
Will
asked
you be
me,
my
not
girl?
I didn't, because I always told him if it's just for fun or I didn't even care. Like before I met him, I was single. I didn't even care to be in a relationship.
Oh shit.
He-
I doubt that, but okay.
He asked me.
He
So,
asked
like-
you.
He said, "Hey, you want? I'm your man. You're my girl." I just don't believe this, by the way. Like, okay, like yeah,
I don't believe you, Walter.
there's no way.
He asked me one day.
Or actually, it could be possible. It's possible that this is true, and that Walter is the ultimate pussy fuckboy, where he's like, "Oh, I want you to be my girlfriend. Be my girlfriend, please." And then she's like, "Wow, this guy likes me a lot," because that's like how he gets girls. You know, the fucking pussy boy, the fake boyfriend defense. I would actually believe that. That's possible. It's hard to get it from her because she has such a language barrier. You know.
He came to me. He was like, "I love you." I'm like, wow, this is so fast. He said to me, "I love you," and he said, "I don't want you to be with another man. You better don't be with another man." That's what he said.
Level 5 gap. Level 5 gap.
Okay. There's one other person here I think wants to ask you a couple of questions. Trey, you have questions
Hi,
for
Daisy. I
Daisy here?
Oh, thought this
I
was
saw
Destiny.
your message where you said you wanted to help other women share the information in reference to what him using you.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is the tree girl who just went on like a weird rampage about Britney. It's so crazy.
I just read all of your DMs. So it seems to me that, and I just want you to go by your instincts. It seems to me that he said he has 4 other women in order to get out of, in order to get you to have an abortion or take the morning after, well, it's too late for the morning after pill. It seems like he's saying that to discuss you so that you can terminate the pregnancy. Do you really believe that he has other
possible.
4 women that he had
Yeah, actually, I got the same thought from when I saw that too.
unprotected sex with?
I actually
Wild growth is what we're on. Alliance on Wild Growth.
do because one woman just texted me because she told me she was with him. She got invited from him to Miami on December. That's like that time we already met. But that time I was in New York, but we weren't official.
Oh, Joshua Block's there too.
So she said that she was invited to Miami and she was with him, and they used unprotection. They had unprotected sex.
Unprotection of sex.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, and so
That was only one girl, that
that's the only girl because she liked my videos like days before, and I found out she posted something that she was in Fresh's bedroom, and I recognized that bedroom. So I asked Fresh, "What is this?"
How'd you recognize your own boyfriend's bedroom?
And he told me, yeah, she was with me for a few days. That was just for fun. So I was like, okay, because on December we weren't even together,
Who was posting the pictures? Him or her? That's fucking weird, man. If he's posting pictures, that's a power play.
just know each other.
And did you ask if he had sex with her? And if so,
I didn't have to ask. She stayed with him for 3 days. Obviously, they had sex, and he invited her.
True. That's true. Very.
You
very,
are
very
a
smart.
very. I was admiring you. I've been admiring you for a while, and I've talked about
Why?
how wonderful you look. You're beautiful, banging body. What is it that you saw in him? Because to me, it appears to me physically
That's a good question.
that you're out of his league. So,
yeah, good question.
I guess I wanted to know what
Such a passive aggressive way of calling him ugly.
did you see in him? Because we know
But then also she might be like the subtextual question here, or the underlying question might be, Are you a gold digger?
What he saw in you.
Yeah, I know. What he sees me is, I know I'm not just only beautiful because I'm kind. I was taking care of his mom when his mom was in town. Like, I was being very nice to everybody. All of his friends liked me. I have a good personality. I'm confident. I'm independent. So he sees me in that. Maybe he sees me in that.
Dude. Here's the gooner.
That's my weakness. That's why he takes advantage of that. But what I see from him is, this is my first time in the States. Everything was new for me. I met him. That was like, I wasn't planning to meet him. I wasn't planning for that. And then I went out with him one time. He was really fun, romantic. He knows exactly what I want. And he's very good at playing games. And he made it look like real. It felt like real. I still couldn't believe that he just...
Is he the first serious relationship you've been in? Like, is he the first, like, have you ever been in a serious, like a really, really serious relationship on
the tree is low here, just here to roast Walter. LOL, I loved it.
this level before?
Yeah, I did.
How many times?
Like one time.
So he was the second
Nebraska Steve.
person you've been in a serious relationship like this on this level?
Nebraska Steve.
Okay.
But he's the first person I actually wanted to have a kid with.
What? Okay, I just want to, from woman to woman, I just want to understand if the fact that he wasn't like proposing to you or want marriage with you, why did you want to have a child with him?
That's a good question.
Because I didn't care about the marriage. I never believed in marriage.
Oh.
So from my
What? Really? I have a hard time. I have a hard time believing that because she seems like a more conservative woman. She's from China. Chinese people tend to be more conservative. Nothing wrong with that. So I get it, but then like, oh well, I don't really believe in marriage. I just don't believe that. I don't think I believe that. It doesn't really make sense that like I'm a more conservative woman. I'm against getting an abortion. Okay, fair, but I'm not for marriage. I don't think I believe that. If she had said like, well, I wanted to get married, but he said that's not something he really wants to do because he's a high value male. So I was like, I'd be like, okay, at least you have like a logical rationale. But I don't think I believe that.
My perspective is, if I'm in love with a person, I don't mind, and if I see the person is very connected with me and we have good chemistry and personality and financially everything is good, then for me it's fine, And he's not for me, like I never sees him as like he's a rich man, because like where I come from, I've seen so many rich people. I could have many choices.
Is that true? Does she just have like a ton of rich people?
It's just a feeling that I'm with him. He made me so happy. And
yeah, and isn't she like religious too?
He's so romantic. And
he's so romantic.
I liked his lifestyle.
What does Dick look like? It look like a slug or something? What is that?
I guess that's fine.
So when you when your identity was exposed to his audience, what did you think what he did as for work on his show and the things that he said as a man about women, how he felt about women? Like, well,
she said she doesn't watch the show, which just doesn't make sense.
What did and of course the way his audience treated you, like give me your impression on how did you feel about all of that?
How did you feel about Ethan Klein clowning on you a little bit?
I actually...
You think that's why the relationship failed?
Argued with him about this. Like I was always telling him, Myron, something that Myron says on the show is not true. That the reason why he behaves like that, maybe he comes from a Muslim family. That's why. But he never like...
Damn, she's calling him a grifter, dude. That's crazy.
Fresh. He doesn't really speak on the show. So like, and I don't really understand the show. Before I knew him, I don't even know about like the show.
He doesn't really speak on the show. Wait, what?
Yeah, maybe he comes from... That Myron says on the show is not true. That... The reason why he behaves like that, maybe he comes from a Muslim family. That's why.
Okay.
But he...
Oh, so maybe she's like, oh, well, Walter doesn't really talk, so I figured he didn't agree or something. But he's on the show. He's fucking... We thought, what?
Never, like, fresh. He doesn't really speak on the show, so, like... And I don't really understand the show. Before I knew him, I don't even know about, like, the show. I don't know anything about this. So I only paid attention afterward. So, so for me, he explained to me it's just a work,
What was that?
It's his work. Okay. And he doesn't behave like that with me.
Okay, I get it that it's work, but even, and you're correct, Myron is the effeminate one who does all the yelling with women. However...
That's very funny.
Fresh, I mean, Walter was sitting there allowing this to happen. Sometimes he...
That's true. That's even more feminine.
Throws a little jab in there, here and there, this, that, and the other. He does. He is enabling this type of behavior, which shows that he agrees with it to a certain extent. Don't you think? Did you think that, or you just think he was just there for the bag to get?
Yeah. For me, it was just like because I know him personally, so I thought
I wouldn't doubt it, but like you're not a man if you could sit there and listen to somebody like Myron do what he does to women. He pulls on a bunch of bad examples of women. Let's be real, 19-year-old dumb idiot girls trying to plug their OnlyFans, while he also tries to plug their OnlyFans because that's why they're there. His audience consumes it, and they like that's why they go on the show because they know that they're going to get a bump if they go on. But you know, and then just like berate them. It's just to try to feel like a man by berating people that you feel are weaker than you. That's all Myron does. And like for Walter to sit there and allow it to happen. Allow that to happen. He's on board with it. He thinks it's okay. So
everything just for show, you know. It's just the way, like, it's his career. That's how he make money. So I'm like, okay, that's out of my business. I don't care.
Okay. With you being pregnant now, I know you're angry, and you said you're not going to allow him to be in the child. Is that the child's life? Is that because he's not? He says now that he has no interest in paying.
Paying? What do you mean paying?
Like financially contributing to the child's well-being?
No, but we all know whether he wants to pay or not. By the United States law, he has to pay for the child support.
Right. True.
If he doesn't want to. But the thing is, I just wish that he could behave better. Like, baby, I'm gonna be here for you. Even
Daisy,
like,
why would he? I'm talking to you from sister to sister here.
Yeah.
Why would he, if that is his entire environment? You can tell a lot about people by who they.
That's why I'm blind. I'm stupid in this.
Well, that's based for her to say.
That's why, like, I don't blame on anyone. Like, I was being stupid. Like,
okay. Well, at least you admit that you're being fucking dumb. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe it's my fault. I've made mistake. You know, I have to learn from my lesson. But that's why I didn't care about even exposing myself. And all of my friends already knew what happened. I didn't care about like either like it's gonna be a shaming for me, but I want to expose him, and so he doesn't like.
What's to expose? Everybody knows this is behavior that he engages in.
Keep hurting other women. Because if I knew this, I would never, ever.
Well, what was the red flags that you missed? Because if I'm with you on that, and I'm on your team to make sure that he doesn't hurt other women, but as a woman, I can see him for who he is. I just want to see, I want you to.
As a normal human being with like one brain cell, you would see him for who he is. You know what I mean? Like, he's a fucking scumbag.
Help me see what you saw, because there could be lots of other women that saw what you saw and felt what you felt. To me, there was so many red flags. I would have, you know, I'm married, but if I was single, I would have stayed far away from him. So help me see what you saw initially from the time you saw him.
Okay. First of all, I don't like being with a boring man, and he was not boring. I said that on.
He doesn't talk. What do you mean he's not boring?
The show. What I need
maybe because he spends money on her.
From men is being honest and not boring, and knows what he wants, and he just shows me all of that.
Okay.
So for me, I was like, man. Okay, this is a man for me. And he may behave with other women like that, but from what I have felt, that he was real with me, at least when we were together.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. Because when you're in love, you are kind of blindsided.
Sure.
So I wish I would never met him, but it's happened.
So you know, listen, I understand, like, oh, when you're in love, like, you know, you will bypass certain red flags, I guess. But then at the same time, I feel like some people use love as an excuse to bypass flags. It's like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, the way that it manifests, it's like, yeah, I know he's doing this, but he gives me, like, he takes care of me, so I don't care. You know what I mean? But it's like, you're not looking at the long picture here.
So because he was adventurous and he was charming. Would you say, I'm sorry, I'm messing my face up as I say this. Or you say he was charming, or he was just adventurous?
He was charming. He was sweet. Good. He was very romantic. He surprised me all the time.
Wow. And probably because you couldn't see him until you looked down. You're like, oh, how'd you get there? What the hell? You know?
We have deep conversations when we meet, you know, when we're in person. He makes me feel like
Myron, where have you been? Did you fall in the toilet bowl again, little guy?
He was really serious with me. He always tests me, you know, ask me questions.
Like what, if you don't mind me asking?
Like, what do you want from a man in the future? Like, what do you want?
He was asking, actually, you know what he was doing? See, men do this where they want to know what kind of character they need to play in your life, and they want to know the script. So
that might be, I mean, that makes sense.
You told him.
He knows what I want.
Told him, girl.
No, but if he's just playing fuckboy games, he's like, oh, let me see if I can emulate the kind of guy this girl wants so that she'll fuck me, you know?
Friend, you told him. You didn't keep nothing secret.
Okay, wait. Everybody says I'm with him for his money.
Nebraska Steve is begging to get tagged in.
Say that. No. I didn't say that.
Thank you for the $2 from Grutton, HGH. Fresh and fit should adopt a baby as a third host. That's a great idea.
I don't care about money. I never said I don't, because on the show I even said, they were asking me how much money do you think a man should make for it? Yeah, I told them $1 million, and that's my standards. He knows my standards.
Wow, what a bitch. What a loser. It's hard to respect somebody who has that high of standards. It's not like a standard at that point. It's just selfish and pathetic. But whatever, you do you.
I know you're not for money. It's because you went 50-50 on that bracelet. Okay.
Yes.
Do you think that Walter is the love bomb kind of human that's like Boogie? Yeah. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Except without the deprivation. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. Absolutely. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
A woman who was for money would never go 50-50 on that bracelet.
And I bought my own ticket to Miami. First time I went to Miami, I bought my own ticket. And I know he buys ticket for other girls. But I never asked him, like, can you buy me a ticket? For me, that's like so cheap, just like $200 or what? Like, because I'm really in love with the person, so I didn't even care about the money. The reason why he bought me the bracelet, because he bought me a fucking fake bracelet.
Yeah, I know. I read that part.
And then because I buy these bank leaves all the time, I have an account. I always know, like,
bought me a fake fucking bracelet.
The moment I got the bracelet, I'm like, this is fake. But I didn't tell him immediately. I told him 2 days later.
Damn.
And he was acting like,
is he really getting fake bracelets for these girls? You can't be doing that, brother. You're supposed to be a fucking player, brother. What are you doing?
He didn't know. For sure he knows.
I'm just curious. Can I ask a question about for the kid? If Walter apologized for everything and came clean on everything, wouldn't you want him to be involved in like your child's life?
But why would you care about that?
Listen, here's the thing. I'm gonna say here's my after listening to this, because I know that she's about to get fucking absolutely like ass pounded in a way that she's never been with Walter, because he seems like a gentle lover. Is that in yet? Oh, it's my thigh. Oh, I cummed. He might be smooth, man. Maybe he's like a roses on the floor kind of guy. I don't know. But I think that she's genuine, if that makes sense, or she's too stupid to come up with a story, because she's sitting here and she's being honest. Like, I don't want him in the kid's life, which is wrong. But in the moment, I can understand why you feel that way. Like I said, you just shouldn't be having these conversations, but now it's about to get dirty. That's all I'm going to say. It's about to get fucking dirty.
What do you mean? Well, because he's the most important person that we're talking about right now, right?
Yeah, but why do you care about he's going to be a part of my baby's life?
It's not just your babies, it's both of your babies, right? And doesn't the child
he doesn't
have to be involved?
Yeah, it's both of our baby, but he's not acting like a man.
Yeah, but if he apologized and wanted to be part of the kid's life, he would be acting like a man.
So do you think he has a right to see the baby?
Yeah.
Do you think you have a right to child support?
I mean, he doesn't need to. That's fine.
Well, the U.S. government said he had to pay, but the U.S. government is also going to make you share custody with him too, right? Whether you want to or not, unless you have a
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I will let what government decide to do. If they decide that, okay, my child have to see him, then that's fine. But if the government says, okay, my baby doesn't need to see him, then that's not unnecessary.
Okay, I mean, I guess that's fine.
What shouldn't the priority be to like build a healthy life for your future child? Shouldn't that be the focus? Like, how do you make sure your child has a father that wants to spend time with him and be involved in his life, and has a mother?
Look, his father doesn't want him.
He just found out that you're pregnant, right? I mean, he's probably freaking out. I imagine he probably isn't ready to be a dad or doesn't necessarily want to right now. But like, why close the door on that?
I am not closing it. I'm just saying, based on his behavior right now. Look, why do you speak for him? Why do you speak for him? Because clearly he's acting like an idiot on the show.
Well,
right?
That's true.
You're both acting like idiots.
That's also true.
Right? To be fair, right? You got
what am I acting?
Because you got pregnant by a guy that doesn't want to marry you. You're just as dumb as he is, right?
That's true.
The problem isn't with either of you, though. That shouldn't be the main concern. The main concern should be the child, right?
And again, it's hard to have that concern right in this moment, but he's right.
He's not concerning about the child. I am. That's why I went on an adult conversation. So don't
you're leaking DMs.
Well, you're leaking DMs and you're doing fucking drama tours over the situation instead of trying to deal with it privately. So you're inviting this criticism.
On Instagram, you don't care. You're not caring. The child right now is just a money ticket for you. You're not caring at all about the child. Why are you leaking?
What is
all
the
this
money?
publicly?
And listen, I don't know if I agree with that right now. I don't know if I agree that this is a money ticket thing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can see why you would think that, but I don't think I agree. I think that this woman is. Listen, here's the thing, and I don't know if this is an Asian thing. I know my wife would be like this. Sometimes women, men can do this too, but we're going to talk about women, can be very vindictive, okay? And she feels hurt, and so she wants to fuck him in the ass. So I actually kind of believe it's hard. I can see why you wouldn't, so that's fine. But to me, I don't doubt that she's sitting here and she's like, I'm going to fuck him as hard as I can. I'm not going to let him see this kid, and I'm going to make him pay as much child support as possible to hurt him.
The child.
That's what I get. That is what I kind of interpret. I'm leaning a little more towards there. She does have very high, like $1 million a year standard, so like it totally makes sense if you think otherwise. It's probably a mixture between both, but I think she's more focused on trying to fuck him as hard as possible. So thank you so much for the $5 from Gretton HGH. Again, I think part of this is a language barrier, and Nebraska sees Discord divorced dad energy. Yeah, true. I don't know if he's one to talk, but
you think that you were talking about earlier. You're very familiar with the U.S. law.
I'm here because
it. Listen, I enjoy Destiny's content, but My understanding is he doesn't live near his kid, which I think he should. That's all I'm going to say. He could if he wanted to. You know, he's got the money. So, you know, that does frag against him. You know, to be like, oh, it's about the kid. It's like, well, you know, are you living that practice, brother? I don't really want an answer because it's not me. I'm not the kid. I'm just saying.
I got invited from the owner. Who are you? If you're not owner, don't speak to me. Because you have no right to talk about my situation. It's not.
You're literally on the
money.
internet talking about your situation everywhere. What do you mean?
I'm talking about the situation. It's not about money. What do you know about anything?
What do I? Apparently more than you do. I'm not getting knocked out by Fresh from Fresh and Fit. What do you? You're trying to act like you're the one with all the experience here?
Who are you? How do you have the right to talk about this? Like talking about a man.
Because I'm apparently older than you. I've got more life experience than you. I'm the only one.
I mean, so you have more rights?
No, apparently I'm just curious. It seems like you have like all of this.
I don't want to talk to you right now.
Okay, so Daisy.
I mean, okay, I wouldn't want to talk to Destiny either if I was doing this.
I don't want to talk to you.
Let me
Okay. Destiny's gonna take a break for a little bit.
I am. I'll take out. This woman is a piece of trash, though. She's ruining this kid's life because she's talking about this guy for money. You're actually subhuman filth. There's like,
all right, that's a little disproportionate. I disagree. I think that Destiny's angry because she doesn't want to talk to him. Which, by the way, smart move. You know, but I don't think that she's a piece of subhuman filth. I think that she's in a very understandably angry state where she had a kid, or she's having a kid with this guy, and she's mad at him. And you know, I'm a little more sympathetic to that. I think Destiny's going a little too crazy. I think he lacks a little bit of the understanding of where she's coming from here. You know, personally, I don't think that's an unreasonable thing.
But you know,
men protecting men, yeah, sure.
Good luck. Bye.
You can say whatever you want.
I'll judge you.
You can say whatever you want.
That's very mean.
That was a little
Daisy.
mean.
That guy's very mean.
I want to continue with your quest to help other women because let's look at this. Okay, what has happened. Right now, everybody is angry. But when I read over, because I stream too. JS is awesome. Okay, he has a good platform, and I also want to thank him for allowing me to come on and also talk to you because when I read.
Who was that person? I'm being nice here to everyone. He's assuming me coming here for money.
That's one of the mainstay guests on Fresh and Fit's show. Yeah, he's like friends with them. He's like very often on the show for free.
That is why.
Woman's name, no?
Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
But everybody knows I'm not here.
It does make a little bit of sense. I mean, this is the thing, is that like Destiny might be riding a little harder for Walter because they're friends. You know, Destiny does have a habit of having less than stellar friends sometimes. That's all I'm saying, dude.
For money, like what do you know? Like he probably doesn't even have that much money. Like child support means nothing. Like what I do, my work in China, I don't need all his money. I came all the way, like not for these. I
feel like I'm gonna be charitable to her. There's a tough language barrier to really engage with here to like see where she's coming from, because sometimes she seems to care about the money, some other times she seems to not care about the money. It's a little bit tough to parse through that information. I'll say that.
Love, but nobody believes in me, and which is fine.
I actually, believe it or not, after reading and you doing 50-50, because listen, I know gold diggers, right? And I was like, okay, when I read that he went half in on this and you purchase your tickets and you buying all this stuff, I'm like, that's not what gold diggers do. Okay.
I buy gifts for his mom. I bought 2 pair of Hermes shoes, nice scarf.
I saw that.
His mom for shopping. No, that was the first time. And like about 10 days
you
ago.
You did another time?
Yeah, his mom was in town. And even that day, he bought me the bracelet after he went shopping. He looked at a shirt and I was like, baby, let me pay for this because I wanted to get something for you for Christmas. Okay. So it's not what you guys see. It's not what you guys see. This is not real. I wanted to tell everybody what's happening before, but you know, I'm like, never mind. Like until this got me really mad. It's not even about money. Like
but I'm not even worried about the money. I haven't said anything about the money. All I have said was, okay, that I know that you are not a gold digger for the fact that you are doing, honey, I don't do 50-50. I want you to know me. I don't do no 50-50. My man will pay for everything.
I'm stupid, right?
Like, it's not that you're stupid. I think it's you're inexperienced because, sweetie, when I look at somebody like you
say you're ignorant. That's what you say. You know, you're not stupid. You're ignorant, you know, but you're kind of stupid. No.
It's because I love him.
No, you only had one serious relationship prior to him, correct? You just told me that.
But I associate with men. Men pays for everything. In China, even in China, men pay for
exception though. Because I don't know.
I'm such an idiot. Because I don't know. I just liked him for fucking no reason. I don't know. There's so many good men out there, but I don't know. You know.
This is probably her getting like a buyer's remorse. She probably liked this guy a lot, and then afterwards she's out of here. She's like, I don't know why the fuck I like this guy. There was something about him, you know what I mean? There's something about Asian women that like black guys too. I don't know what it is, you know. I don't know. God bless.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe I am idiot.
That's what I want to. If you know what I want to know, I am trying to get into your headspace to see like why did you let all the rules go down the toilet for him? No offense, but when I look at Walter, I go, really? Him? What?
Everybody asks me that. Everybody's saying he's ugly. Even my friends says he's ugly. Yeah, my friends say, don't keep the baby. He's gonna be
like,
ugly.
Oh my god.
He looks rough, man. He looks like You ever see Shrek? You ever see the movie Shrek? And you know how Shrek has a human form and an ogre form? Myron looks like if Geodude had a human form from Shrek. You know what I mean? Like he's the human version of Geodude. And he talks as much, and he says as much, to be honest with you. He's about as expressive as a Geodude. That's what I think.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, my opinion is like, if I love the person, the appearance doesn't matter. And he actually was attractive for me. He's not, he was attractive for me. I'm not lying about this.
Oh my God.
Because otherwise I wouldn't survive for one day. I spent literally like 3 weeks with him. Yeah, and I'm not lack of trip. If you see my Instagram, I travel all the time. I travel everywhere. I travel more than what he does. So it's not even like about wanting a vacation or anything. Like without him, I'd still come to the US.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's true. She's calling her baby 50% ugly right now. Damn. You know what the worst part is though? Is that like from the baby's perspective, imagine this kid grows up and turns like 20, and then they look back at like the fucking They look at they're scrolling YouTube, whatever it looks like 20 years from now, and it says they come across a video from last night on Destiny that says Destiny confronts the baby mama after fresh and fit bombshell, and he's like, "Oh, that's weird. What's that about?" And then he starts watching, or she, whatever, or it, I don't fucking know. And the kid's just like, "What the hell? This is about me." And then like and this is just what they see. You know what I mean? Like this would fuck me up. This would fuck me up. I'd be like, "Damn." You know, I'm happy that my parents did their shit private. Because as you get older, you understand that there's a reason that shit needs to stay private.
Let's do a hypothetical here, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody's all upset. Everybody is high strung. So as you know, as time moves on, people calm down, right? Mm-hmm. I want you to tell me, what is the best outcome you wish to have in the future? Like do your best to like calm down, take a couple of breaths, and I want you to tell me what is the best outcome you wish for this to have in the future, a month or a month and a half. It has to be a month from now because that's when everybody would calm down.
Yeah,
including yourself.
So what I wish is, since I'm in the state and
I'm surprised nobody's asking her the specific question of like, did you guys have a legitimate conversation about having a kid, or was that just your interpretation? Because I got that again. I kind of felt like listening or reading what she said that like he didn't explicitly say I want to have a baby with you right now. I wouldn't doubt that she thought he said something like that, but it didn't sound like she was like, yeah, I want to get. So I wish that question would get asked.
If I'm gonna keep the baby, for sure, like I'm a tourist here. I'm not gonna work. That's illegal. And to taking care of the baby and in order to give a birth in the state for 10 months without insurance, everything is going to be expensive. So
sure. Why don't you go back?
I wish he can take care of that. If he does, then I think at least he's doing something.
Let's go. You gotta ban me. I can't. I'm gonna kill myself. Listen to this.
Why is he getting so worked up? She's not even saying anything so crazy. He's not. She's really not even saying anything that I truly don't understand why he's so worked up. Like everything she's saying is like reasonable. You know, it's also reasonable if he doesn't do it. Again, maybe she's gold digging, or maybe she's just like, you know what? If he wants to be part of this life, then he'll help pay for the kid to be born, right? Like that seems reasonable, especially since they have a lot of money. I don't understand why he's so personally invested in this to the point where he's having a fucking meltdown over it. Like, what the fuck?
My God, you have to ban me from your.
Jesse, wait a minute. Hold on. We're having a calm conversation.
Yeah, why are you being so mean?
I can't tell how negative you are. For her to say earlier, she's like, and I know that in the United States of America, paternity law says that he needs to pay for this. And also, I'm on a tourist visa, so I can't work, and it's very expensive here in Miami, and I need him to pay for all of the blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, she wasn't going 50-50 earlier. She was investing, and it's about to pay 18 years worth of dividends.
I mean, maybe. Listen, it's possible. I'm not getting that from it. I'm not getting that. She sounds like a fucking typical vindictive woman who's like listen, maybe she's a gold digger that wanted to have a baby to make money. That's possible. I can see why you think that. To me, she seems like she seems pissed. She seems fucking vindictive. Like a lot of men can do it obviously too, but like I know that if I fucked with my wife that she would fucking kill me. You know what I mean? And it just sounds like she's coming with that energy. That's what it sounds like to me. So I don't think that she's trying to play the long game for money. It seems like she does well in China. She's a popular fitness influencer, no? So I just don't think that. Me personally, I don't know why he thinks that. He's going so fucking crazy.
To pay for everything. I'm saying he should pay for the non-insurance pregnancy and give birth of the surgery and to see the OB. If you're a child's father, you're not going to pay for that. I'm not asking him to pay for my shit.
Okay, I think I understand what she's trying to say. Kind of. I think that she's trying to say more than anything else. Again, language barrier. That she's trying to say, like, if he actually wants to be in the kid's life and he apologizes or whatever, then like, why isn't he taking like that type of responsible, financial responsibility? Like, oh, you want to be a part of the kid's life? Then pay for the fucking, the baby to be born, blah, 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 blah. Like, I kind of get it,
Pay for my shopping.
I think that's what
you should be trying to get him as involved in the child's life as you're trying to get him involved in the child's finances. You seem to have no desire to do that.
Okay, fine. Don't get me pregnant.
It's two people. It takes two. He didn't rape you, did he? Are we dropping that accusation today? You guys both are. The child is both of yours.
Well, we had agreement. If he doesn't come inside on me, I won't get pregnant.
That is an agreement. That is the truth.
Right? Agreement, honey. That's called biology. Yes.
Be logic. Be like educated yourself, please, before talk to me. Okay? People ask.
Destiny's a notorious making assumptions about people. Did you see what he said about the woman who got arrested for trying to remove squatters from her home? No. What did she say?
Ask me a question. I'm just telling how I feel. I could fake it. Okay? He doesn't have to do that. I'm just saying this.
I don't know. I think she's being genuine.
Is what I wish for. Every woman would wish for that.
Every woman would wish to. How long have you even been dating?
Every woman would wish that the child's father would support them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they would also wait to have a baby.
I'm
with
not
the child's
saying
father who wants to be involved in the child's life.
Well, sure. I get sure.
What are you talking about? Like,
because it was her decision not to take the birth control. It was his decision to keep fucking her. Although I don't know if he knew that she was on birth control.
Please, I don't even want to talk to you right now.
Don't you want a child's father to be involved in the child's life?
Yes, I do, but he doesn't want to. Don't you understand me?
Then why not work towards that?
I did. Did you not see what I post?
Yeah,
he doesn't even want to talk to me. He doesn't want to have an adult conversation. He refused to see me. He said, "I'm not going to see you."
When did he find out you were pregnant?
Like on the 30th of March, I texted him. Yeah, that's the first conversation. And he said, I called him and I said, babe, let's meet and discuss about the situation. He said, meet for what? Meet for what? Go get a pill. That's what he said.
Probably because he doesn't want to have a kid right now, right? Probably a really emotional time for him too, yeah?
This is the reason why, Stephen, I was...
It's so weird. It's just so weird. Listen to Destiny talk as well. Like, I understand we should be empathetic. I'm not empathetic to either of them. Because she was dumb enough to fucking have the kid with it. But like, sure. What's interesting to me though is that like, I don't know. Like, obviously she's pissed, and he has every right to be pissed too. They both had the reaction that they had, and it is what it is. Like I said earlier, like I think it's fine that Myron decided that he was going to lawyer up and he's not even going to talk to her. That makes perfect sense, especially since she's trying to fucking expose him. But I think based on her behavior, she's like pissed. This is how she tries to get back at people. It's vindictive. It's shitty. It's not necessarily good behavior. But like, I wouldn't morally chastise her in this moment, like as hard as he is, trying to make it seem like she's a fucking gold digger. I think that he's just riding. I think he's riding Walter a little too hard. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's had some fucking reason. Maybe I don't know. I feel like, and you know what? Maybe I can't articulate this well. It feels like a little too much defense for her from him, especially since he's the worst person. Well, he's shittier in my opinion. She's just incredibly stupid. But we're talking about the guy who let his friend tell women that like it's okay for that, like if they get raped, then it's their fault for not choosing better men. I don't know how fucking great that is. So, Jesus Christ.
Working that because you got to have her calm down, okay? Because she has every right to be angry right now because she's been rejected by the man that she's pregnant by. So
yeah, just like if he was apparently Myron was, or we're gonna just say fucking Walter was clowning on her on the podcast. That makes sense too. I wouldn't chastise him for clowning on her, just like she's clowning on him in a different way.
What I was using was a hypothetical that hey, let's go into the future. Right now, she's upset. He's upset. Everybody's upset right now, and they're saying things to hurt each other. So when tempers flare down and we're looking in the future and everybody's thinking and processing and they've been talking to their friends, rational and irrational. This is what I was asking her. A month from now, what does she want the best outcome? And I said the best outcome for her.
He doesn't like fresh and fit topics like this make him aggro. He does like fresh and fit. What are you talking about?
And the baby.
He's literally friends with fresh and fit. What are you saying?
And the soon to be baby.
He disagrees with them and he's friends with them.
And she was explaining that.
He called Myron like a good guy. What are you talking about?
Nice continue. Even if he was being nice to me, like saying, okay, I'm going to get you through this. Like, I'm going to help you. I'm going to be there. I'm going to go to the hospital with you. That would be nice. But he didn't even offer that.
But let's look at, he's angry right now. You're hurt. This is the reason why I said things can change. Do you agree that things can change a week from now, 2 weeks from now, a month from now? Do you agree with that?
I don't know, but
isn't it possible things can?
Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible.
Okay.
But
so let's look at that possibility. Let's look at
all right. I mean, I like this conversation that Tree, right? That's what she is, Tree. Is having. It like makes sense. It just understands that she's in a very emotionally vulnerable state, and that he is too. Right, and it's not really choosing which one is more important than the other, and it's just like, hey, don't you think things can change in a week? Because here's the thing: obviously, in this situation, both parties are going to be worked up. You're obviously both going to be worked up, and you're not going to be acting rationally. You might need some time, maybe even a couple months for shit to get to the good spot.
Look at that possibility. So there's a possibility that he can change and he can come to his senses. You are not blocking him. You're saying these things out of anger. So what I want you to think is he says the right thing. He's going to do the right thing. You are open for that, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I want to understand, because I know how it is to be hurt. I know how it is to speak out of anger. So I want everyone, including Destiny, to know that you're not closing that off, right? You are coming out speaking out of hurt. So there is a strong chance that he will calm down and he will want to do the right thing for you.
Well, I don't know if there's a strong chance, but maybe he will, right? Maybe. We'll see. We'll find out.
And a child. So this is the reason why. And I don't think you finished.
That's true. I don't think you can be a good guy and have rape takes. Yeah, that's my point. Absolutely.
Did you finish explaining to me what the complete outcome you want a month from now in reference to you and him?
Yeah. Look, I'm here alone. I don't have many friends here. So I don't have experience being pregnant or how I'm going to deal with. So of course I wish to have.
Me neither. You know what I'm saying?
Like a man or someone at least to be there for me, Because look, I know during pregnancy, when the date come close to the childbirth, that I could have break the water. So if I was home and nobody was helping me, imagine what would have happened. It would be dangerous. I'm just saying, for all of that, that's why I was discussed with him so that he could maybe take the responsibilities. I wasn't asking him to be with me, because I know this man doesn't love me and I don't want to be with someone who doesn't love me.
Okay. You have no female friends here in America?
I have like one friend that's in New York. That's where I stay right now. But they're busy, like they're living their life. I can't like
impose upon their life.
Yeah, this is my situation. I can't just like rely my pregnancy on my friends because they have their job to do, I feel like the baby's father should take the responsibilities.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair. You really should prepare for otherwise. These things are very complicated. Let's read this comment. I don't know if this is rage bait. I mean, Papa God thinks Brittany Simon's a good person. So yeah, a lot of questionable opinions is the space all around. Is she as bad as Myron? No, but she said she's some wacky shit. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? What are you like? What's your brain like? That like, what is it that Brittany Simon said that's anywhere close to rape apologia from fucking Fresh and Fit? All right, Brittany does commentary content. I think that the levels that she has are weird. That's it. Some of her stuff is weird to me, and I'm sure some of my stuff is weird to her. You're comparing that to a podcast of grown men who mostly engage with young girls on sugar baby websites that refuse to drink but give these girls alcohol, potentially sleep with them, that have takes about rape, that if a woman's raped, that they should have picked a better man. Like, I don't understand, like, how I'm getting one guide right now, I know, but like, what is your personal life like though? Like, how does your day-to-day go? Like, do you just have like, hey, two people did a bad thing, they both are bad? Or do you go like, oh, this one guy hit somebody because they hit them, he's not great, but I get that. Meanwhile, the other guy's a violent rapist. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, do you know how to like, what's the so bad? What did Brittany say that makes her as bad as the literal rape apologist? I would love to know. That dates kids. Sorry, like, is attracted to like dating 19-year-old. Like, what the fuck? I'm just wondering. I'm wondering, since you're questioning my ability to figure out if somebody's a decent person or not. I'd love to know what your personal life is like. What's going on in your life? Yeah, why the fuck is this thing so high level?
Are you going to eventually go back to?
And I'm not going to read it, by the way, so you probably shouldn't answer the question because I'm getting somewhere.
Florida?
I was planning, but I don't know. I'm not sure about it.
When were you planning on going back?
I was planning to go back a few days later, but like things happened, and I feel like I might be in danger.
You're not in danger.
I might be in danger if I go back.
No. I mean, because you wasn't going to go back to go to his house, correct?
No. I actually rented a place already.
Okay, then why not? I mean, does he know this location?
He doesn't know, but look, he's a public figure, and I put myself out there, so like for sure people are gonna recognize me. I don't know, like maybe someday I'll run into him. Like Miami is small, maybe he will kill me. I don't know.
No, he's not gonna kill you. He's not gonna kill you. I think like right now, you're, like I said, you're hurt. And there's anger here. You have someone who rejected you. Everything's been made public.
Well, she's the one who made it public. Let's just be clear about that. That wasn't a smart play.
So also, with the fact that his audience have been on you for how many months has this been? Have they been like on your Instagram and coming for you ever since last year?
Since New Year.
Since this New Year.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was last December or November. So since that has happened, did you feel like, your life was in jeopardy then?
No, it's actually not. If I ignore them, then that's fine.
Right.
So they care about the flash. They didn't care about me. They were just like nagging me.
They don't really care about you. So I'm trying to calm you down so you can understand it. I understand that you're pregnant now, so you're thinking for 2 instead of 1. So
I guess that's a factor too. She's got hormones going through her. Yeah, maybe that's a factor. I feel like that's something that men should keep more in mind because, we always talk about how women are very emotional. Men are emotional too in different ways, but women's emotions seem to be a little more sporadic. But also, if you put my brain in a woman's fucking body and you gave me a rush of different hormones every other day that are different in different ways, and I would act just as fucking crazy, So it's tough. I'm being serious. It's tough, man. It's fucking tough.
You could be a little paranoid. So I want to just talk you down from that ledge and say, first of all, you've been to Miami. People are very selfish. They're in their own little thing. They're all about their own business. I didn't know.
That was my first time in Miami.
Okay.
I didn't know people acting and behave like that until now.
So they're not, I guess what I'm saying is you are no one to them. So they're not really going to focus on you. So I don't want you to think that your life is in danger if you decide to go back to the house that you're renting. And the reason I'm saying this is because you're going to need a peace of mind. You're going to need, by the way, I am more than happy to talk to you if you need someone to talk to and everything like that.
That's a sweet moment. Beautiful stuff.
I think someone has to be a little bit more compassionate to you to make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? And I will be transparent. I too thought that it was like, yo, get that. But I was on the side of you getting that bag. And if you watch my stream today, when I found out you was doing a 50-50 thing and you was paying for stuff, I was like,
what's your stream?
It's just Tree 411.
I mean, listen, I'm all about get that bag too, but it depends. Like if you were just trying to have the kid to make money, that's really gross and irresponsible. But you know what? If you actually fucking, you wanted to have this kid and it's just against your ethical code to have the kid, because I get that too. And you're like, fuck, I don't know. I feel like she's just being vindictive. I feel like she's being spiteful. I feel like she's just like, fuck you. I'm going to try to fuck you as hard as possible. In a non-fun way, by the way. Right? That's what I think is going on. And that's why she's talking about money and getting child support and all these other things. And you're not going to see the baby. It's all very vindictive sounding behavior to me. It's not right, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, okay. Because I really never pay attention about the stream and this podcast world until I date him. I never watch YouTube. I barely watch YouTube. So
okay,
it's a completely new side of work for me.
I just added you on as it's making me do some crazy stuff here. To verify, please click on one of this that cannot live underwater. Okay.
And I want to say that I never fake myself for being who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care what people were saying, I'm a gold digger or whatever they're saying. I just know that I have my standards. And even he asked me, I told him, he always asked me, what do you see in a man? What do you want from a man? What do you want to, in a relationship and all the stuff. He said he understood that I want someone to take.
She went from being one pedestal and getting love bombed to being FBI's most wanted despite her shadiness. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Care of me. He understood that.
And in my opinion, that's you gave him.
Wait, how long were they dating?
Since January? I could be wrong.
November.
November.
I met him on November, but officially dating.
So 6 months?
End of December.
Oh, it's December, January, February, March. 3 months.
How old is she? How old are you?
28.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a tough question because that is not a long amount of time. But as an older guy, I'm 34 years old. As you get older, you typically fall in love faster. Because you usually, although she seems pretty ignorant, usually you can fall in love faster because you know more what you want out of a relationship. You're 28 years old. You should have been through the ringer more, although she wasn't apparently because she's only been with one person. That's a little tough. I'm looking for a specific weapon. It's not popping. So I'm not super judgmental about the time though, because I feel like people that are older usually can parse through that information a little bit better. But then again, I don't know.
When there's a saying with this situation going, when you put all of your faith in the man to feed you, to clothe you, to study, he can also starve you.
Yeah, yeah, of course, but I didn't let that happen though. Even when I was in Miami, I suggest to have my own apartment. And also, sometimes I would wake up early and go downstairs to get us breakfast. When he was at the show, I would order us delivery. You know, like I buy my own stuff. It's like on the side, I still have my savings. So I told him I was planning to open a business over there. I even told him my business plan.
When you say over there,
what business is it? Nails? Doing a nail salon or what?
Are you saying in Miami?
Yes. I was never going to like come say in Miami, letting him taking care of me because I know he has his responsibilities. He has his family to take care of. And I never believed that a man, like if a woman putting herself in that situation that she does not work, everything comes from the man, then that's weak. Because
you also, yeah. I'm sorry, looking at your Instagram, like I said, to me, you have the talent to have your own side business. I'm not against that. You know what I'm saying? With him, you know, providing for you, but you also making sure you're not financially dependent upon him.
Yeah, I am not.
Right.
Okay, I need to ask because I need to build up this timeline a little more in my head. So you guys met in November, and then you said you had to go back to China for Chinese New Year, right? So you were gone. Did you meet in Miami or did you meet online?
When the fuck is Chinese New Year? What do I not know about? When is it? When? Oh, January. What the fuck?
Or how did you meet originally?
We met in Miami.
Okay.
In person.
What were you in Miami for?
Okay.
So first I came to Miami.
Well, I met, isn't that like the fucking, she does like Instagram fitness modeling. Wouldn't that probably be opportunities there, no?
For vacation. Because when I first got to the United States, New York was very cold. Then
true.
My friend was in Miami and she was like, come to Miami and let's go to Miami. And one of my friends, she studies in New York. So I told her, let's go to Miami. It's fun. Then we both went to Miami together. Okay. So I was there with my friends.
Okay. And then you were there for about 2 months until Chinese New Year or?
No. I was there for a week.
Okay.
A week. Yeah.
And then you guys met then. When did you decide to start a long distance relationship?
So here's the story. First I went to Miami on vacation. I met him. Then we went on dates. Then I came to New York. Then that's the time we spent 1 month chatting. And he was like, love, come back to Miami, like spend the New Year with me. You know, like I was like pretty like excited and just the beginning of the relationship. Then I was like, okay, I booked my ticket and I went to Miami. I stayed with him for 4 days, I think. That's the time how I got exposed because he took me to the yard party. And then later on,
party?
The New Year's yard party.
Okay.
So I was on the camera and everybody knows eventually. And then 4 days.
I'm trying to figure out when did they start meeting each other's parents because that's a big step to take. So if he was playing like a fuckboy game, like that, like there's one thing of like there's a difference between leading somebody on versus having you meet their fucking family. That's a little crazy. That's a pretty bit of a crazy step to take. So like, oh, let's go to Barbados and you can meet my mom. Like that's a little bit crazy. I could see why if he is playing a fuckboy game, he played it way too well.
Later, I moved out. I booked Airbnb because like I knew he wants his own space, you know. And I booked on my own Airbnb. I stayed 1 more week until my flight back to China. And that's the time. And he said, like, come to the show, like explain to everybody. So I went to the show.
Okay, and that was in January? Just real quick, that was in January?
That was end of December and January, before January 8th. So I left on January 8th. And that's the time I met his mother before I left. He took me on dinner and movies with his mother.
Yeah, I mean, if you met the guy's fucking mom, it's hard to think that it's just like some... It's hard to think it's just some fuckboy shit. You met the guy's fucking mom. Like, why would you have somebody meet your mom in like that way if you weren't serious about it? So even if he was playing her, I mean, like he gave her every fucking like. You mean his mom?
And that's the time he asked me to be his girl and to commit it to him. He was saying like, be like you better don't be with another man because he know I was going to travel back to China.
Okay, and then so you went back to China. You guys kept texting, and then March 9th, I think you said you came back to Miami, or did you go to Barbados?
Barbados. I was in London. I flew from London to Barbados.
Damn, just imagine going around this much and just traveling like, oh, this is fucking crazy.
I was in London for a week, and then from London to Barbados.
And that was to meet Fresh's family, to go stay with his family and have a vacation there?
Yeah. I met his mom, his grandmother, and his aunt, and all of his friends from childhood.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to meet all those people. Thank you so much for the 16-month medium gift from Jado Dog. Brittany pointed out that Myron accidentally outed Walter on H3, and he introduces all the women to his mom as a move to lock the women down. Is that real? Can you show me a clip of that? It doesn't matter if that, even if that's, does he really do that? Like that's disgusting behavior. Can you show me that? That's fucking crazy. Because if that is, that's really pathetic behavior. That makes like him, if it's true, like, you know, it's one thing if he was like actually like, oh, I like this girl, blah, 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 and then it didn't work out. But if he actually uses this as a tactic to try to get these, like, that makes him the primary scumbag in this, like, undeniable. Is there a way that you could reference that to me in some capacity? Like, can you show that? They admitted on live? Can you, where could I see that?
Okay. And then from there, you guys, how long were you in Barbados for? When did you go back to Miami?
We were there for 3 days, I think. 3 days. Then on March 12th, we came to Miami.
Okay. And then, yeah, March 12th until about the 25th, you guys lived together?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. All right.
So, Daisy, I don't understand. You met his mom for the first time in January. He wanted you to meet his mom. Was his mom, and you said his mom was in Miami at the time?
Yeah, his mom was here for like vacation.
Do you think that was too fast?
It's true. My earnest was Walter during the H3 debate. Is that what they said during the H3 debate? Did he actually mean that, or was he just trying to preserve his fucking cool guy aesthetic?
Has to meet his mom?
I don't know, like, because for me, it's like what's happening in Western world. I don't know about the culture in here. Like, for me, in my culture, it's like if you meet the family, maybe he's trying to take you seriously, you know.
Yeah, that's exactly how our culture works.
Or maybe he just want me to see his mom. For that time, I didn't like really taking this so serious, but I was still like considering like, okay, I need to show his mom respect, my respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you know, taking care of his mom, like bought his mom a gift. You know, like I bought. And
like, it doesn't mean that the relationship is in a super serious point, but it does mean that if you're having to meet your mom, that it's probably it has the potential to be serious, right? It's like the same as asking somebody on the first date, like, oh, do you want to have kids? Like, are we dating to potentially get married? Which is a fine thing to ask, right? Like, that's pretty much what that is. So it's like, okay, what the fuck?
Then the second time to Barbados.
Okay, what the frick?
That's the time I know, okay, this is serious. Because from my perspective, if he's not serious, he doesn't have to like travel back to Barbados for what? Because I didn't even know he took other girls there as well.
Yeah. Because you went to Barbados. I mean, because he took you to meet his extended family in Barbados. That's when you thought it was serious.
Hey, so thank you so much for $2 from here for the memes. Hey, God, just joining. What is this? This is Fresh and Fit, dude. This is the whole fucking. This is the girl that exposed him. You know.
No, not just by his behalf, also by his words and behaves. So both of them, then that just related. That
just by taking you to see his extended family?
Not just by that. It's that he always told me so.
Sorry,
also by his...
you to meet his extended family in Barbados. That's when you thought it was serious?
No, not just by his behalf. Also by his words and behaves. So both of them, then that just related. That
just by taking you to see his extended family?
Not just by that. It's that he always told...
Well, I imagine that there was... Listen, like, I imagine there was more around it than just like, oh, we met his family. But that is a pretty... That encourages a serious step.
Told me so. He wants to plan a future. You didn't understand. If he was being serious with me, like, oh, baby, this is just a vacation. You know, we're just like taking time to know each other. It's totally fine, completely fine for me.
I totally get it. What I'm trying to see is I'm trying to see how his words. I'm trying to get into how you saw him. So this is the reason why I'm asking questions. I'm trying to see how his words matched up with his actions. Hence why I asked you, was you meeting his parents was the sign that he was to you that he was serious?
There's something special.
Come on, brother. How you doing, Ryan? 2:30, 6:30. Did I miss this?
You because yes, bro. Many girls have met his mom. If I'm gonna break the fucking bubble to you,
I'm sure that's true. Walter, you do not strike me as a dude who brings girls around your mama easily.
So I'm gonna say it for him. Look, many girls have met his mom. That's number one.
Is that right, Walter? Hold on. That's a funny thing. Walter, how many girls meeting your mom? Damn.
Many girls have met his mom. Okay, so
how many girls meeting your mom, Walter? Respect
Walter doesn't want to answer.
Respect your mama's time, man.
He exposed me just though. He just exposed me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like 5 girls met his mom, bro. So nice try.
So wait. Hold on. This is.
Well, hold on. How is this exposing that this is a tactic? Is my question.
Break the fucking bubble. Foreign concept to you because yes, bro. Many girls have met his mom. If I'm gonna break the.
What? Because many girls meeting his mom is different from like he has a bunch of girls meet his mom. I mean, it does kind of. Well, I don't know. Like, okay, so many girls meeting his mom, it could just mean that he's like a fucking loser that has all the girls meet his mom because he's a fucking loser. But like, I don't think it's unreasonable to think that it's like a tactic. Maybe I'm not 100% convinced. I wouldn't doubt it though that like it's part of his tactic to make the girls think that they're more serious than it is by having to meet the mom. Listen closely. What am I missing specifically?
I want to say, because you're trying to run with this narrative of like blah blah blah, right?
Blah blah blah.
Refresh the situation, right? Because you brought up the Asian girl. Fresh used to literally vlog a girl on his other channel every day, but he had to stop that shit because people started getting weird and sending girls weird messages, etc.
Yeah.
So he's with different women every day. That's not one of his main
No,
goals.
he's not.
Foreign concept to you because yes, bro. Many girls have met his mom. If I'm going to break the fucking bubble to you,
I'm sure that's true. Walter, you do not strike me as a dude who brings girls around your mama easily.
So I'm going to say it for him. Look, many girls have met his mom. That's number one.
Is that right, Walter? Hold on. That's a funny thing. Walter, how many girls meeting your mom? Damn.
Many girls have met his mom. Okay,
so that's not meeting your mom, Walter. Respect
Walter
her
doesn't
time.
want to answer.
Respect your mama's time, man.
He exposed me this though. He just exposed me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like 5 girls have met his mom, bro. So nice try.
So wait. Hold on. This is good. Why is it an expose, Walter?
Because I don't want out there like that. He's a fed though. Give him some break. Because I don't want out there like that.
What? What does that mean?
An expose, Walter.
Because I don't want out there like that.
He doesn't want it to be out there like that.
He's a fed though. Give him some break.
Because you're trying to use that to support your claim that that's his main girl. And I'm trying to tell you, all girls meet his mom.
The game is to be sold, not told. You understand, Ethan? You would understand that.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking scumbag. He should. Yeah. Walter's a scumbag. Holy fuck. Unironic piece of shit. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm understanding the situation. Okay, Walter is a piece of shit. Yeah, like worse than I thought. So this is the tactic. I mean, maybe he does it to put on a front, and he's actually not like this. But this, this is a tactic. This guy has people meet his mom. Yeah, to make it seem like he's much more likely to be in a relationship with them and lead them on. Oh, like he is the primary problem in this situation. Absolutely. What a shocker. Oh, Papa God, how could you not know? How could you not know, Papa God? Wow, what a loser. What a piece of shit. I didn't even catch that the first time. I wasn't really listening, I guess, when I first watched that. Wow. Well, yeah, no, he's like 90% at fault at this point. He's like, I understand why she would like. She's still kind of stupid for dating this guy, obviously, because he was a red pill guy. But like he plays the I'm the nice guy game. Yeah. So he's a very manipulative piece of shit.
And that was one of them. Yeah.
What was the other one?
That's like the whole time, like 2 months chatting and video calls, that every time we have serious conversations about what to do in the future, about how he sees me.
Wait, are there any Instagram messages about that?
What?
I have all the conversation. Like I kept everything. Like,
is there anybody talking about having a baby or a family or a future together?
I have something because.
And that is a good question. Because like I said, like I don't think he explicitly said he wanted that, but like I'm pretty much sold against him at this point. After seeing that, that's a scum tactic. That's a scum tactic. You don't have people meet your mom unless like it's more serious or it has the potential to be. And if he's always doing that as a tactic, first of all, shame on him. Second of all, shame on his mom. You're going to let him play that game? Like you're going to let my mom would beat the fuck out of me, just to be clear. Okay, I don't mean to insult anybody's mom, but like you're gonna let him do that, like use you as a way to fuck girls. You don't feel ashamed of yourself for that? I mean, maybe he's manipulating his mom too. That's gross behavior. That's like pathetic behavior. I mean, like having to listen. I understand the fuckboy game, and I've said it before. Back in the day, I would tell girls like, "Oh, I'm not looking for anything too serious, but I'm open to it." Like, yeah, a little fuckboy shitty behavior, but you're sitting here having people meet your mom. And like trying to make it seem like you're going to be in a relationship with them just to have sex with them. I mean, that's disgusting behavior. I don't know what I would call that. I don't know exactly how I would label that. It's just disgusting behavior. It's like fucking, I don't know. It's like predatory behavior. I don't care. Like I think it's gross. It's disgusting. Like you can't get women unless you lie to them and try to make it seem like you're going to be with them. Like that's to that degree. Nah, it's gross. He's a fucking red pill podcast. I don't know why I'm giving him any charity.
Like,
oh yeah, I saw one where you said these could be our kids, and he said Ballistic. Yeah.
He always, I'm telling you, he always tell me you're going to be my baby's mother.
Yeah, I saw those.
He always say that. That's what I'm saying. He's a good gamer. He like if I didn't get pregnant, I wouldn't be mad with him. Like I would be like, okay, fine, I got dumped. That's fine. I'm just stupid. And then okay, I wasted 4 months, but you know it's okay. You know, I had like good time with him. You know, I wasn't going to continue like doing all of this. I was just gonna live my life and move on. But until I found out I'm really pregnant, you know, this is just shocking.
Okay.
Because I asked him so many times, what if I get pregnant and why are you keep doing this? Like he asked me also many times. So I like constantly I thought he does want a baby. And he even told me like, I'd rather to do that with my girlfriend. So, you know.
Well, also, Daisy, according to Fresh and Fit, and I'm going to put Walter in this, they said that women are stupid and men are the most intelligent one, and that women are the followers and men are the leaders. So by his own conviction, by his own ideology, he states that you as a woman do not have the capability to make the right decisions. So if he did not want to have a baby, why would he have unprotected sex and nut inside you?
Yeah.
If he didn't.
Oh, sure. Fair point. Again, I'm a little unclear about I'm a little unclear about whether she came like he knew she was on birth control or not, or knew that she came off the birth control or not. But you know, I'm starting to believe that he manipulated her and put her into this place where she would like, feel comfortable and felt like that she was the one for him, even though he was just manipulating her.
Didn't want to have a baby because according to him and Myron, you're not smart enough to make the decision. So he's the leader. Therefore, he made that executive decision.
That's what I'm saying. He's dominant. He's always
girl,
being
I'm on
dominant.
your side now. Don't get me wrong. By the way, I hate these two people, right? So I'm on your side, girl. Okay.
I know. That's what I'm saying. He's always acting like he's the man. He's the leader. He's everything. You know.
Well, he's not. He just sits there quietly while fucking Myron talks.
I am not even. Yeah, right, I need you to help make sure, because I don't think like you. Hence why I am very sympathetic and want to understand your thought process.
If this is Myron's career, do you really think his mom is respectable? That's true. Clearly, he doesn't respect his own mom. If your entire podcast is about belittling women, you clearly, like, if you think that about women, you think that about your mother as well. So that's a good point. Yeah.
Process of what you saw, so that this doesn't happen to other women.
Yeah, I know. I'm not that like that with other guys.
But it was with him specifically.
I just don't know. Maybe everything's new for me, you know. I just don't know what happened. That's why I said on the video voice call, like, maybe this is what God wants. You know, like, one time, not.
That's a cope, but I've been there too, man. Sometimes you need that cope, you know?
Like, not one time, like 1 month, you know. Maybe this is like meant to be. That's what I was saying.
Well, you know.
Okay.
I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
This is a good finesse.
Well, because I mean, listen, and I'm not trying to rag on here. And if I'm crossing the line, you can let me know. But if we're thinking about what God wants, probably like on the Bible, you know, probably like a stable family composition.
I'm not Christian though. I'm not Christian. I'm just
saying,
saying.
Gotcha. Well,
I'm Buddhism. But I still believe in every God. I believe in every. Yeah.
I'm with you.
I don't know what that is, but okay. I know. I've heard of Buddhism. I just don't know. I guess they believe in every God. Okay.
That's. Yeah.
So what happens so we understand what's going to happen a month from now. So I guess let's start into today, right? You're still upset. Okay. What is going to happen now? Okay. Because you're going to have a lot of people come after you. Now, when I say come after you, I'm like, they're going to come wanting to get your story to exploit this and blah, blah, blah.
I think today is the last day I'm going to talk about this.
That's a good plan. You still shouldn't have talked about it at all, but.
I want to move on.
I'm going to die.
Yeah. Because
you're going to go back to your rented place?
No, I'm not sure about my final decision, but I've been thinking about this for days. Like, since I tested positive, what should I do? I even tried to find a lawyer and everything to see like what I can do about this. But seems just it comes to no conclusion, and that's why I decided
what's the lawyer going to help with?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
right now, nothing really can be done until there's a paternity test, and you know.
No. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I just feel hurt. That's why I was.
Oh, okay. You're talking about that part.
I just felt hurt. That's why. But now I was.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. That's very like she's hurt. That all of I think I'm 100% right. That like she is not a gold digger. She's vindictive and she's angry and she wants to hurt him. And she's also finally figured out that he's a piece of shit, which she apparently didn't know from the start. And that's one thing from the start. I was like, I don't really care because she's an idiot for dating him, which she still is. But it sounds like she actually didn't realize he was a piece of shit. The way that she's talking, it seems like she actually didn't realize that he was a fucking scumbag somehow. Like she really is hurt by this guy. So, you know, that's the difference between her and him, is that he's not genuine. You know, she's obviously genuine. I think that she's being genuine. I think she's being genuine about this situation. You know, I don't know. It's fucked up, man. I feel bad for her. I do. I truly do. I'm more sold. Yesterday, I was much more aggressive against her. I was, well, not aggressive, but I was like, fuck you. I don't care. Like, obviously, you're being stupid, which she was. Today, I'm a little more like, I get it. I still think it was dumb for her to do this whole drama tour. Really bad idea. But at the same time, I understand her hurt. And it sounds like she's trying to hurt him back because, he hurt her with these false promises of like being with her and whatnot. And so, yeah, it's sad stuff, man. Sad stuff.
I added you as, like I said, and I'm sincere, right? I added you as a friend here on Discord. And if you need an ear, and it's, of course, behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not recording you or anything like that. This is being recorded because we're on JS stream, right? Shout out to you, JS. Thank you so much for this. This is going to be excellent content.
Yeah, no problem.
So,
wait, why have the baby in America instead of, where is she from?
Oh my God. Why is Destiny still going off about this? Like, is he listening to what she's saying? I mean, I guess good question, though. Why have the baby in America? That's a fair question, actually. Okay.
China?
That's a good question. Why wouldn't you go raise that baby with your family?
Why not? Everybody else is coming here to have babies.
I
just. Well, I mean, if she says because she wants the kid to have American citizenship, I'll totally understand.
I think probably you'd want support from like your family while you are raising this kid.
That's true. That's a good question.
No one's in the United States.
That's also an option. That's also, I haven't decided. Something I don't decide yet. I didn't say I wouldn't.
That's fine. Well, it sounded like she said that she was going to stay there, but that's fine. I mean, listen, if she was like, "Oh, I want my kid to have United States citizenship," I'd be like, "That makes perfect sense." I would understand that. I'm gonna fucking die again. I'm gonna cry.
I might too. I might not keep the baby. I don't know yet, but I do want to. But I just have to think, what's the best for the baby?
Oh.
If the baby's dad doesn't want to be involved, why keep the baby at all?
Well, I mean, it's not easy for everyone to just say, "Let me get rid of it." That's like just an unreasonable. Okay, I don't. How do you not understand that?
As I said, I wish to have the baby, and my wish comes true. And also, it's not right to just to kill the baby. It's not right.
Well, you just said that you might not keep it, so clearly you don't have like a stance.
Wait, what? When did she say that?
What?
Said I wish. I might.
Did she say she might not keep it? Did I miss that?
That's a good question. Why wouldn't you go raise that baby with your family?
Why not? Everybody else is coming here to have babies.
I just think probably you'd want support from like your family while you are raising this kid.
That's true. That's a good question.
No one's in the United States.
That's also an option. That's also, I haven't decided. Something I don't decide yet. I didn't say I wouldn't. I might too. I might not keep the baby. I don't know yet.
Oh, okay. So it's actually part of her thing to not keep the kid. I didn't catch that. Sorry. Okay, so if she's not going to keep it, okay, that's a fair question to ask then.
But I do want to. But I just have to think, what's the best for the baby?
If the baby's dad doesn't want to be involved, why keep the baby at all?
As I said, I wish to have the baby, and my wish comes true. And also, it's not right to just.
Well, I wonder why she said that she might get rid of the baby. Then that's what
just to kill the baby. It's not right.
Well, you just said that you might not keep it, so clearly you don't have like a stance against abortion.
I'm just saying.
Well, that's not necessarily true. Just because it's a potential option for her doesn't mean that she, it's as serious, But
I don't have ability and to support this child. Like, I don't know. Like, I want my kid to have a good education and everything.
David,
I don't have experience to be a mom.
Walter is not going.
It sounds like she wants the kid to be born in America. I think that the biggest problem here is that she has like a big language barrier. It sounds like she wants to have the kid in America. I would make the assumption because like your kid's gonna have a better quality of life in America, but she's not allowed to work in America. So it makes it difficult for her to be like. So she's like, I don't know if the kid will have the quality of life I want them to have. Seems like very complicated. Thank you so much for the $5. MVF. Hey, Papa. Long time watcher. First time enjoyer. Hope this stream. Okay. Hope the stream's going well. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, brother. I'm happy you're finally enjoying the stream.
He's not going to let his son or daughter grow up poor. He's not going to let them suffer. I mean, I don't like him.
Well, I think he would.
And
I don't think I think he would let that happen. It wouldn't matter. I mean, she would probably get child support. But
I think he is a POS as a person. But I will say unbiasedly, he comes from a good Barbados Caribbean background. His mama would kick his ass if he abandons his child.
I mean, his mom lets him have a red pill podcast that centralizes around disrespecting women. I don't think that she's going to set a particularly high standard here. Well, but okay.
So I don't think you have to.
That's a good question.
His mom is nice.
Yeah. Does his mom know that you're pregnant? Is that something that's happened yet?
I asked him. He said he doesn't have to tell his mom.
Ooh.
I keep things from my mom too. This is not uncommon.
How would your mom feel if you were keeping this from her, Wolfgang?
Pay for the...
Well, maybe one of the reasons why is because she would judge the fuck out of him for it.
Pay for the pregnancy cost?
Nothing. Sorry, ask your question again, Destiny.
Oh, did you guys like have like a $30,000 bracelet?
So I'm not here acting like a god here, like acting like I'm a victim or anything. Like I know what happened is happened. Like I'm not perfect. Okay, I'm not acting like like he did everything wrong. Like I am also wrong for being stupid.
Yeah,
I admitted that. You guys can't say anything
that's fair.
about that.
I wouldn't call you stupid. I'd say naive
I would say stupid
and
but-
gullible.
Yeah.
I don't think she's stupid, naive, or gullible. I think she's pretty smart.
What do you think? I'm not smart.
Oh, it sounds like Destiny just thinks that she's running for the bag.
If I'm smart, I wouldn't.
You had a lawyer lined up on day 2. You had that on speed dial before the pregnancy test even hit the trash can. You had that lawyer on your phone.
That. I'm not
What are you talking about? It makes sense that she would what?
stupid for that. Like I have to protect myself. If my man leaves me and leaves me pregnant, like I'm still being so stupid and not thinking about my future. That's so dumb.
That's fair. Yeah.
You're thinking about your future. I agree with that. Yeah.
Daisy, it doesn't matter, girl.
I don't know. It sounds like Destiny just wants to paint her as like this ultimate bad guy. He's got too much charitability for Myron, like the rape apologist that tells women that it's their fault for being raped. They should have picked better guys. It just couldn't be me. Like, I don't know why, like, you're that charitable. He's instantly decided that, like, this woman is a gold digger. It doesn't really sound like it. I think anybody with, like, any level of life experience would be like, oh, she's obviously stupid, but you know, which is her biggest crime in this situation. But she's at least genuine. If anybody that like has, again, like talks to regular people in the real world instead of like completely engorged in like internet politics, you'd realize that she's like a typical woman that's angry because Myron fucked her over. He pretended that like he used the tactic of like meet my mom to make it seem like that they were going to be together for a long time when there was a serious thing, even though based on the clip we just watched, that's not true. And like I just don't like that's like my biggest fucking gripe with I think with Destiny is he's such a smart guy, and he's like probably one of the most immature people, especially for his age, that I've ever seen, especially on the internet, which is saying something, you know. I mean, he'll have really I enjoy his takes on pretty much most things, you know. But then he'll go on Twitter and just be like obnoxious and rage bait as much as possible, act immature, say like wild shit. And then he'll come on here and do this, have like no empathy for her, but being like overly empathetic to Myron. It's like, I don't understand, you know. It's interesting, you know, for somebody who I don't really get it, you know. And he'll be like, oh, I'm friends with, you know, Myron's actually kind of a great guy. I remember that during the whole divorce arc, he was like, he thinks that Myron's a good person. He's not. He's a rape apologist that like has his entire show's about disrespecting women. Not that they're not stupid too, because they know what they're doing going on there. But it's like, dude, like what? I don't know. It just kind of seems like you're trying your best to not give a fuck at all about any of this. So. Yeah, I mean, a lawyer makes sense in this scenario to me, especially it just makes sense to protect herself. So especially if she's here on like some kind of a promise of being with him, and I don't know. It's very complicated. She should have made this public, but I don't think that she's trying to fucking, you know, extort money out of him. I just don't think that that's what's happening.
Girl, remember, you're the woman. You need to choose better according to Fresh and Fit. So they're the leaders, and you are not responsible for the decisions they made because you trust in the leader, which is Walter.
Yes, I did.
We're going to go by their ideology, okay? We're going to go by their ideology. Of course, they're the leaders. Women are stupid.
She's known for 3 months. Who cares if you met his mother? Mother means nothing. Well, again, for one, we saw Myron talk about how that's one of his tactics just now. Number 2, they're older. Older people tend to get in relationships more quickly. I'm assuming that you're like a young person that hasn't really dated very much. And 3, meeting somebody's parents is usually an indicator that the relationship could be serious. And if he's just playing her from the start, which again, he admits talking to Ethan, then it just shows his kind of character is that he tries to make girls feel like he's going to date them and be with them. And then he doesn't do that. So that's why.
We don't know anything, so we need them.
His entire podcast is disrespect and manipulate women. Haha, LOL. So
to tell us what to do. So since you trusted your body, your mind, and your heart into the leader.
I mean, unless your whole thing is like, oh, hey, he's just saying that so he can sound cool because he thinks that that's cool. So then sure. Then there you go. Maybe he pretends it's a tactic, but he's actually a big mush. I don't know.
Which is Walter. Oh my God, I cannot believe I said that. You know what I'm saying? He made the reckless decision to have unprotected sex with you and to ejaculate in you without thinking about the future consequences. So according to his ideology, you're without blame because he's supposed to be a high value man, and he's supposed to know.
I don't know how much you're reading, but I agree with everything you're saying. I just think it's super sad that like the child that Daisy wants to use like another life, I guess, is like a pawn for the war against Walter's wallet. It just seems like really gross to me. I agree.
I think she's saying it out of anger, though. That's my belief.
Yeah, I agree with that.
She's not. I've seen angry people before, bro. Angry people don't do a pregnancy test, call a lawyer, then have a conversation with their
they do. What are you talking about?
Their new baby daddy that they found out 24 hours ago.
No, that's anger. They're doing that out of anger.
Recording the call to release it on Instagram. That is premeditated.
Destiny was writing a 14-page manifesto about his ex to get back at her for like coming forward about stuff out of anger, and then decided not to release it. And that's just as methodical as her getting a lawyer and doing a pregnancy test. What are you talking about? You literally engage in similar angry tactics. You're like, I have a 14-page manifesto already. I don't even think that she was like admitted anything yet. I think that he was. I don't even think that she came forward about anything yet. I think that she, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that he just did that because he was angry and he wrote it and he's like, I wanted to expose this, but I know I shouldn't. So it's like, how are you going to sit here and say that you've seen angry people before not do stuff like that, but you literally were doing like something just as methodical as she was doing? Yours, frankly, I think is worse. What is he talking about? It just sounds like he wants to not believe her at this point. Yeah, he went off. He's like, I wrote a 14-page manifesto about her. I remember him saying, I was like, what the fuck? That's so weird. So like, has that not similar in the methodical nature of fucking, calling, like lawyering up after this guy apparently hurts you? I don't understand. It's a little gooning a little too hard.
Because I was thinking maybe that might be useful to go to the court. Do you understand? I was just trying to protect myself because I don't know the law in here. I need to know what to do.
It's interesting because, like, one of Destiny's big things is when he talks to conservatives, especially, is like, hey, like, go into a situation, like, not assuming somebody's like malicious, but maybe they're just stupid, which is something that he says consistently. And then all of a sudden here he's going in there like trying to do as much as possible to think that she's being malicious. I don't know.
Well, here's an interesting law. Did you know that there's a thing called one-party or two-party consent states when it comes to making illegal recordings of people? You've got a paternity test. It's your kid. Doesn't matter if it's
you can say less because really I don't care about what you're saying. I just know that.
That's kind of based.
Okay, fine. As you wish. If you say so. I know who I am. I don't have to defend myself with you. You are nobody to me, so you can shut up.
Thank God I'm nobody to. Thank God.
That's she's kind of fucking cooking here.
Thank you, shut up right now. Thank you, God.
Here's a question. Tree's bringing up a good point because right now, Tree's telling you a lot of like Walt's personal philosophies and fresh and fits.
Especially since like we've already, and Destiny was there for it. Like Tree was talking to her about how like, hey, I know you're angry right now, and they got to the conclusion that she would actually be much more reasonable if Myron apologized and whatnot. So, like, how are you going to like? Everything is like so spelled out here that she's just angry. I don't.
Personal philosophy. When you guys were together, did he ever like parrot or say the same things that he does on the podcast, or is he kind of different from when he's on the show? And sorry if you already answered.
I doubt he's going to say something like that. He's probably if he's fucking manipulating her.
This question I've been a bit.
He does differently with me. He was very nice and sweet with me.
Okay, gotcha. So
if he treated me bad, I've never.
Well, it's not so much about being treated bad, right? It's about like having conversations with you, like about the woman's place to follow, the man's to lead, and like women being less intelligent.
Well, I mean, like, that's something that she's probably like she's from China. It's probably more conservative culture. That's probably not a red flag to her.
He wouldn't talk about those things.
Yeah, he didn't talk about those things with me, but he was kind of like dominate and man's a leader. Like women should be submissive, but he was respectfully saying that.
Gotcha.
He wasn't
sure, and there's a way to like do that. I understand that.
Treat me disrespectful.
Sure, that makes sense to me.
And as
I just think that it was all a manipulation play. So
leader, how do you think on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, rate his leadership skills?
Okay.
Can I not do this, please?
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to. Yeah,
I don't want to do this right now.
Can I ask you a question that's a little less invasive? That text you showed with him saying, Blasian, you said, oh my God, our kids are gonna look like them. They're so cute. When were those texts from? I'm just curious, date wise.
Again, I'm gonna say it again. I don't think that Myron isn't the other guy. Am I saying Myron or am I continuously saying Myron instead of Walter? Sorry. Fuck, I keep saying Myron instead. Dude, it's not my fault. They look exactly the same. They're both black, okay? You fucking get what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I keep saying it's fucking I'm talking about Walter. My bad. I keep saying Walter. Okay? I mean, I keep saying Myron. I mean Walter. You guys know what I mean, I'm assuming. You guys know I'm being stupid. My bad. Like I said, people in relationships do talk about that, even if they're not at that point in the relationship to have kids. They'll be like, oh, our kids would look like this.
Walter.
Sorry, I gotta put it in my brain. My bad. But again, if this whole thing is a tactic of meeting your mom to make it seem like the relationship is more serious than it actually is, and he's just saying what she wants to hear, etc., again, I'm starting to understand her story more. I'm still a little bit trying to understand why she came off birth control. That's something that I wish they would ask, because it seems like they may not have had a conversation about that. I don't know. Maybe she just got she incorrectly assumed. But I keep saying Myron. Yeah, my bad.
At dinner.
Do you remember the date not like the going on a date, but do you remember, like,
Listen,
was it in
it's not my fault all black people look the same, okay? Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
January? Was it in your November trip?
March, like this time.
Okay.
What joke did I say? Did I say that I unironically say black people look the same? And you guys, no, I was joking. I was making a joke. Guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a joke.
We were at the dinner and there were a bunch of kids next to our table.
I gotta have my wife quit her job, and I got her what she needs to do is just sit in while I talk about stuff. Occasionally give her perspective, and mostly just make sure I'm not being stupid. Okay. That's what we need to do.
So I was like, he was asking me, who do you think that?
I need my wife to be, but you know, it's so funny. My wife's name is Robin, and Howard Stern works with a Robin. People say I sound like Howard Stern, so maybe I need my own Robin. We got to work together.
I come from. I was like, then I couldn't talk to him, because it was loud and the people was around. So I text him.
Listen, here's my thing. My black viewers, which by the way are numerous, at least 50% of my viewers are black. Okay. They don't mind when I'm ignorant. They know I'm ignorant. They know I'm an ignorant guy. And they're like, this is just a typical whitey. It's fair. Okay, so people aren't mad at me.
He was next to me. I was like, oh my God.
I have to pay her a lot, bro. I already do pay her a lot. What are you talking about? I give that woman anything that she wants. I love her to death. What are you talking about? I gotta pay her. What?
How he's gonna look like then? Yeah.
Do you remember how he reacted to that? Did he start getting distant after that, or was it just like
no? He
totally
was like always like, he was so into it and so happy. He always make jokes about this.
Okay.
Like relation.
I believe her. She seems like an honest person.
No. He always tell people, even tell his friend, everywhere we go, he tell his friend.
And I don't like believing women, okay? You guys saw what I said about that Katie Bugs girl. It's not that I don't like believing women. I'm very skeptical. I actually do. I actually think that she's being honest, honestly. Honestly, I think she's being honest,
This is the main girl. This is wifey. He calls me wifey. Yeah, he calls me wifey.
Just as a heads up, not to be too red pill here, but like, have you been through this girl's Instagram? She's not this naive. She's not this stupid, right?
Wait, who you saying that to me?
Well, the Daisy chick. Like, you can look at this girl. Bro, this girl traveled all over the fucking world. She's got a billion pictures. This girl is not an idiot. This you guys know, right?
Wait.
I'm not understanding what that means. Like, because she's traveled all over the world, she can't be easily manipulated by, or she can't be manipulated by Myron. I'm not understanding that.
Wait, that's not naive. I feel like
you understand.
You got it.
All right. I have a really important question. Daisy,
I'm open to that argument. What's the argument there? That because she's been around the world that she understands relationships? What? I'm not understanding.
Daisy, I just got to ask you one question really quickly. Can you just tell me how many times have you been to Dubai before? How many times have you flown to Dubai?
Can you ask her? I want to know her max bench, okay?
Doesn't matter. I can be. I can go to Dubai 100 times. Go check the population of Chinese people travel to Dubai. How many Chinese people go to Dubai? Because we go to Dubai without visa. We can go anytime. Does
you
that
guys
mean?
do?
Yeah.
Is Dubai like a magical like slutland or something? He's saying she's not a naive woman in love. Okay. I mean, I guess that's the narrative he's running with, but I said Myron again. Shut up! Fuck! Walter! God damn it. I'm gonna fucking end the video. I'm getting pissed at myself.
Yes.
Maybe I just don't understand Dubai.
Oh,
wow, I didn't know that.
Research,
I had no idea.
Yes. Because you are not educated. That's why. You're just assuming any girl travels to Dubai, that's they do escorting, right? That's what you're assuming. That's what like every stupid people are saying, assuming.
Let's see. Here's how we'll know. Is there a Disney by or Walter? Oh, they had Walter. I gotta stop saying that. There's no Disney in Dubai. I mean, I imagine there's probably more than just being a prostitute in Dubai. I don't know. But okay.
I don't know. Daisy. Wait, was that the assumption? I actually don't. I would say that.
I still am.
When you two were texting, and he was when you was telling him, because I'm reading the text.
Walter X3. Yep, my wife used to like crush on somebody named Walter.
When you were telling him you was pregnant, and he was like, I can't do this right now. He said because the business is being over. What business was he talking? Do you know what business he was talking about being over?
Oh, maybe he was talking about their business. Like they're over. This business of our relationship is over. Is that a reasonable assumption?
Well, I don't know. Like he was stressed about his Instagram, but other than that, it's his privacy. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, he was just trying to make it sound like he didn't have any money. That's what he was talking about. So that was.
I don't want to talk about it.
Or maybe he was saying that his business is over. Okay.
It did sound like he was trying to like say I ain't got no money, and I was trying to see if the business he was talking about was Fresh and Fit podcast being over. That's what I was trying to allude to. But for those of you who are asking me about the 4 girls, I don't believe there was no 4 girls, but she has verified that there was another girl. So
well, yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. I got that idea too, that he was just trying to say whatever to try to encourage her to not have a kid. Like, I don't have any money. There's a bunch of other girls. Like, you're kind of a not special thing and all this other stuff. I believe, yeah. I don't know.
He said 4, but we can only verify it was one other girl that.
And he wasn't home for
with.
3 days. When he started acting weird with me, he stopped coming home. There was 3 nights he was.
It's strange how she's like an Instagram model, but apparently doesn't know anything about the podcast. Well, I don't know. What I think is stranger that she dated the guy, but she seems to know about the podcast. She seems to just like she seems, at least if you believe what she says, she seems to bypass all the red flags by just being like, oh, he's a nice guy in person. He's not really like that, you know?
Wasn't home.
Because you was a sure thing. You know what I'm saying? He already got you. You were at his.
Yeah, I know.
Sure thing.
And he wasn't home for 3 days. When he started acting weird with me, he stopped coming home. There was 3 nights he wasn't home.
Did he buy like a legit house? Didn't he buy like a legit house with her? Like, what does that indicate to you? No? Doesn't that indicate that like that's serious? No. Am I wrong about that? Didn't Walter talk about buying a house multiple times? Then am I wrong about that?
Because you was a sure thing. You know what I'm saying? He already got you. You were at his.
I know. Like, he wanted to. Like,
there was no challenge in it for him anymore.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but it's not like
like for a person like that, it's like about the chase. I get it.
I don't want to challenge him. I wanted to.
Oh, it was in an apartment? Okay. Still, you're going to get an apartment with somebody? That seems weird.
I wanted to move out from day 2. I suggest him to have my own apartment. But he agrees with me, and then he breaks his promise. Okay, you don't have to agree with me. You can say, no, baby, rent your own apartment. Like, I even suggest him, okay, baby, if you don't want to do this, if it's financial situation, if it's anything like you can't do, like, how about you help me to sign the lease, and then I will pay for my own. I even said, what if I stayed? I booked my own Airbnb, then I canceled after. I was willing to do everything. It's not like I'm not challenging. It's because I'm new in the state. I just want to like settle down.
No, I disagree with you being challenging at all. To me, you gave him the character to play. He played it. He did what they call the Riz or the game or whatever. And that's the reason why I asked you, how
the Riz or the game
experienced are you? And I gotta, I've had to piggyback on something, Destiny, because I even told you this. When I looked at your Instagram, I was like, I totally like, oh, hell, wow, there's no way. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely running a game on him. But when I read those texts, like when you were paying money and going 50-50, like I was like, that just burst my entire, well, I'm just going to be honest, I was disappointed.
I don't play game in a relationship, like I don't want to play game with him.
It's not even about a game.
Like, what is challenging?
This is what he preaches this. You see what I'm saying? Like, you
got passport, bro. When you act like a piece of shit like these red pillars do. Listen, I'm not here defending Fresh, okay? I just feel bad for the kid whose life is going to be fucked. But yeah.
I don't know if I believe that, to be absolutely honest with you. I feel like that's like, what the fuck do they call it? Like, I use the term all the time. I don't think I believe that. I don't think that he really cares about the kid. I don't think that there's a priority there. I think it's more, I think that he's made his mind up about not agreeing with this girl, and now it's just any argument that. I mean, I'm not trying to be a fucking ant. Like, why would we assume that you're like super caring about this kid? I don't know. I hate to bring it up, but I mean, like, again, like, you don't live in the same state as your own kid. It sounds like you don't do as much as you could be and should be doing as a guy with the money to do it, to be around your kid as much as you should be. I'm sure that you give him money and you hang out with him sometimes, but like, you could be doing more, and you should be doing more. So like, I don't know that I necessarily agree that you're like, oh, I really care about the kid. I don't think that you do. I think that you have like more of a vested interest in liking them. You enjoy them. You enjoy the pop you got from talking to them. You're typically friends with shitty people, Mr. Girl, Nick Fuentes, Fresh and Fit, Sneeko. You have like a history of that, being too charitable to shitty people. So I just don't believe that. I just simply don't believe that, I really don't think that you care about the kid. But okay.
Yeah, when you act like this, you only attract like horrible girls like this, right? Passport bros find passport girls, and that's what happened here.
I mean, that part's true. You're only going to attract horrible people. That's fair, but
she found her green card guy, her American baby daddy. That's why she was saying like, I'm in the US, and I can't leave, and I can't work here.
If I want to have a green card, I already have. When you do nothing, don't talk about it, okay? You have no rights.
Come on,
you have no rights to talk about it.
How many countries you've been from?
He told me he doesn't want to get married. I never wanted to have a green card with him. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Why would you want to have a baby with a guy you're never going to get married to? How does that even make sense?
That doesn't make sense to you, and that does make sense to me, and I don't have to explain it to you because you were not in a relationship. I am.
Yeah, not me.
You're from outside of this this relationship, so you have no right to say.
True.
I think you're just bored.
What the fuck are you talking about? Lav being a genius? Are you talking about that Lav girl, that like scumbag girl? What are you talking about? That like lies about sexual assault all the time? Is that the fucking person you're talking about? Why are you talking about Lav? What the fuck are you talking about?
If you have nowhere to be home.
Because they were also friends at a certain time? Well, I guess it's another fucking shitty person. Hassan. Oh, another shitty person he was friends with, dude. Vosh. The horse lollygooner. Come on, dude.
With your family.
I'm home
do
right
your
now.
work.
I am working. This is my job.
Do your work.
This is my work.
Okay,
I'm just going to rip this. I'm going to make $2,000 on this video on my YouTube.
I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to talk to you.
I'm gonna get cut of that, by the way. We'll talk about it after.
Yep. I'm kind of like family to them. We're pretty tight, you know.
Okay, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah, that went way longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go. Yeah, thank you.
Hold on, Daisy. Baby die. That's your money ticket.
Daisy, I added you. Just add me back. And like I said, if you want to talk, you can. Just when you go to your pending.
It's crazy because I feel like this tree person is very mature, and she's just not really referencing Destiny being a crazy fuck. I think it's just because people expect that out of him at this point, that he's just kind of incredibly immature, you know. But okay.
Friends.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, is Israel-Palestine takes? I agree with all of them, but then he throws up a bunch of fucking Israel-Palestine like memes and like shit. It's like makes jokes about it. I feel like I get it. Other people like Twitter's just brain rot. That's like the immaturity part, you know. It's like, it's just in general, like shit like that is like it's jarring to have such an intelligent person be so morbidly immature. It's fucking crazy. As I am fat. So, you know, it's disappointing. It's disappointing because I feel like when some scenarios like this come up, I'm always like, damn, like that's that I want to like, you know, I like in Destiny. I enjoy like the stuff like this, man. That it hurts a little bit. I know that might sound kind of gay, but it's like, damn, man, come on. You know, it's fine to not believe her, but I feel like he's just going so fucking hard in on her. It sounds like he's really just made up his mind against her. It's just unfortunate. I don't know, man. It's an unfortunate thing.
You'll see TREE is a black Wonder Woman. Feel free to add me back in if you want to talk about this in the future, or if not, you know, saying I'm here for you. But I want personally to give a big thanks to JS for having this platform for you, me, and everybody else to come on here to listen. And I also want to thank
a tree of logic loves and worships the ground Destiny walks on. She'll never seriously criticize. Oh, that makes sense because they're both strong black women, of course, because you know, of course, his name is Destiny. So
thank you for your time. For talking with us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me, to letting me express myself, because otherwise I would have to go to a therapist.
All right, well, you probably, I don't know if that was a joke. You probably should still go to one, but
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
We got the best lawyer the money can buy.
Okay, yeah, you probably should because, like, okay.
Don't listen to him. Just don't listen to him. Like, he's just bitter and mean, and
he's in that whole world of red pill podcasters. Just don't listen to him so much.
You're such an asshole, Destiny. Like,
what do you mean? This is actually the worst type of human being in the world. I wouldn't care so much. It's funny that it is funny that they're gonna get fucked over by essentially the red pill's worst nightmare, right? Because this is literally the worst nightmare of any red pill guy. But it's
what the fuck?
The idea that she's like weaponizing some poor fucking kid who's gonna be born to.
I mean, here's the thing: is that like I don't think that Destiny's a good judge of character. He's displayed that time and time and time again. So when he tells us he gives us this judgment about how she's a bad person, there's just no reason to really listen to him. I mean, again, he surrounds himself in many instances with the worst type of people, and he does it for content, and I get it. But he's consistently surrounding himself with and making friends with and saying that these are good people. He said Myron was a good guy or a sweetheart or something when he was going through his divorce arc. You know, you're friends with Mr. Girl and Nick Fuentes. I know they're not friends anymore, but my point is that there's a constant pattern of being friends with some of the worst people to exist. So it's like when you say that this girl is such a horrible, I just don't trust you. You're not a good judge of character. You know, you're simply not. So it's like I don't necessarily care about like what his prescription of her is. I'm gonna get fucking dookied on here.
Woman who's like 30% plastic, 50% filled with whatever they put in her in Dubai, and then the rest percentage is some disgusting, horrible person who's sitting here. Half the shit she was talking about was like money, 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 money. Bro, all the conversations earlier about like, would you let Walter in this kid's life? Oh, I don't know. Even if he changed his mind, no. He showed me who he is. No, I'm gonna do that. And then out of nowhere, she's like, because I think Jessica asked something about like, oh, what about child support or finance? She's like, well, I know in the United States of America, the laws make it so that the father has to provide. I'm like, what the fuck? And
I think any normal person would be like, oh, that she's vindictive. I don't think that this was all. I don't think that she was trying to have a kid for the money. I could be wrong, but
he's over here talking about like, oh yeah, well I called my lawyer to protect myself. What the?
Yeah, that makes sense to me that she would call a lawyer to protect herself. We're talking about like incredibly rich people. It makes sense to me that they would call a lawyer to protect themselves. These aren't like the average people in average relationships. I'm not really surprised that she would contact a lawyer.
Are you calling a lawyer to protect yourself 3 days, 2 days after a positive pregnancy test with a guy you know is a millionaire living in Miami that you've been dating for 4 months? No fucking
might just be lying
shot,
about
bro.
that, but
lying about what?
Getting a lawyer. She probably just lying.
Why? She's premeditated every other part of this. What do you mean? She literally minded
the recording thing was what set me off too. The recording thing was what set me off.
She recorded it. She fucking minutes.
Absolutely, she premeditated that's. I mean, her lawyer might have told her to do that. I don't know. Maybe.
After 10 minutes after she showed him,
they were friends with Nick. Yes, he was. He was going out and having chicken and waffles with Nick, and he was like over his house. Like that is a friendship. I don't know what to tell you. Like he has a consistent pattern of not being particularly good at like judgment wise. So.
I can suggest, but go ahead.
Everything he's talking about is like financial.
Like, to even say that is probably the stupidest thing that's ever come across your lips. To even be like, he wasn't friends with the guy that was over his house that like he was going out and eating with, that he like had to meet his wife, and it's just a stupid thing to say. Like it just doesn't make like what. It's just a dumb. What are friends to you?
Responsibility. Are you going to provide? Are you going to take? What did she just say here? Oh, I've got a tourist visa. I can't work here. I'm going to have to be here for 9 months without working. I hope he provides me. But bitch, go back to China. Why the fuck would you want to be in the United States?
Probably so that her kid could be born in the United States. These are like, I mean, these are very simple answers.
Also, I don't know if you caught this earlier. It was the I don't want to have an abortion. I don't want to kill my child. I don't want to kill my child. Notice how 5 minutes ago she slipped in like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not.
Yeah, I mean, again, none of this is like a huge red flag to me. Like she doesn't want to get an abortion, and then she's like, well, I mean, maybe I won't keep it. Like it just sounds like it might be within the wheelhouse of a possibility. You're right. Candace Owens was at his house. You're right. She had chicken. He had chicken and waffles with her, and like a long-term relationship with him. You're right. I'm totally the same thing. Like I actually have a fucking idiot brain rot. Like I'm as dumb as you at this point. Okay.
Yeah. Also, look at this again. They quote the red pill philosophy, and it is true to some extent. Look at this chick's Instagram. This is not some naive. Fucking, you can barely speak English. I'm just poor Chinese. Okay. Bullshit. She's sophisticated. She's traveled the fucking world. She's gotten flown out to so many different fucking countries. She's no fucking shot. Is this?
I don't understand going to different countries. Okay, whatever. He's made up his mind.
Random dipshit, naive little girl from some hodunk town in China who got taken advantage of by poor Walter. She finessed the fuck out of him. Which again is, listen, if you want to finesse. But the fact that there's like a kid involved is gross. She could at least be trying to blackmail him like 150K for abortion money. I would support that. Okay, go for it. Get your bag.
Okay,
but damn, dude, weaponize a kid like this? That's gross.
Before we lose all the fresh and fit viewers, over under 5 times total that they had sex. What do you guys think? Over under. Is Walter getting fucked? He's going to pay what? What do you think? $1 million
I bet they fucked 30 times.
I know you guys are like hyper focusing on Nick Fuentes when the point is it's that he has a pattern of associating with shitty people. Myron, not Walter. He is friends with Myron right now, the rape apologist that tells women that it's their fault for being raped and they should have tried that they should have picked better men. So when you're sitting here, well, actually, specifically here, specifically, this guy has a history and a pattern of befriending literal rape apologist pieces of shit. I mean, like fucking Mr. Girl. Wasn't this guy like a legitimate fucking pedophile? He's like, what? Am I gonna cum in my pants? I don't know what to tell you. It's one thing to associate with some of these people. He's friends with Myron, the rape apologist red pillar. I'm sorry, you're a bad judge of character. I don't know what to tell you. This isn't even a hot take. Okay. I don't know why I'm even getting sunlight by you guys, but okay. You guys are hyper obsessing about the Nick thing and like ignoring every other singular instance of the situation. He's not a particularly good judge of character. Either that or he's hardcore like fucking grifting and being friends with people who are rape apologists for money and attention. I don't know what to tell you here, but okay.
Chick, she was crushing up Viagra, and she was probably.
Thank you so much for the $5. Can the man? Hey, Papa, back to say this is my second ever donation to the streamer. Finished my classwork. Got to clean up my apartment and do some chores right now. Love you. I love you too. Mike Klum, what's going on, Mike? Thank you for the $20. Is the EDP documentary coming? Is that why you clumbed in here for the $20? Thank you so much.
Shoving it into his fucking mouth with a tongue. She was probably boofing fucking Viagra up this dude's asshole. Oh, honey, it'll get you so high on coke if I put it up here. She was probably crushing it, mixing it with
removing all agency from Little Walter. Really?
Guaranteed.
We're waiting for the new doc.
This chick was fucking doing everything she could to extract the maximum amount of cum. This was a semen demon. You were seeing a professional semen demon here,
Lord.
okay?
All right.
This is a professional ball miner, okay? She was doing everything she could to get this man's genetic code, all right?
Yeah, well, Jordan Peterson linked the machines, like those Chinese milking machines.
Is there anything productive here, or is it just mostly him going off about how she's a bad person? I don't really feel like engaging in it. Yeah, I think at this point you're actually a fucking moron. I don't think he considers Myron a friend either. Seems more like a business guy. I'm not stopping responding to you guys. You're actual idiots. I'm literally telling you. He said he was like a nice guy through his fucking divorce arc. It's like it's almost like you're just not listening to that. If you call somebody a nice person or he was a good guy or a nice guy or whatever he said, okay, I don't even know why I'm engaging with you. You're so fucking stupid. What are you talking about? Well, actually, I don't think. Okay, you guys are just too brain rotted. Go outside and get some friends. Thank you so much for the $2, Miss Supro. Papa got more like Papa Butt. Thank you. Thank you so much for the $5 from Mason. Jesus Christ.
That was good stuff.
I'm sorry, JS. I'm sorry, say again, JS.
Oh, go ahead.
Steven, this woman is gorgeous. Why would she purposely seek him to have a baby by? You think he's the only one that she can get pregnant by?
No
that
offense.
got money?
No offense. Listen, okay?
No offense, Myron's ugly. I mean, oh, sorry, Walter.
You remember Destiny's motto?
If she's rich, you can pump her.
If she's rich, don't come. If she ain't rich, don't come in that bitch, okay? Listen, that's the motto that every fucking rich dude in Dubai that was flying this chick out and railing her all over those pool photos was thinking. I doubt she could probably get the average dude to pump that 28-year-old hungry Asian pussy full of some American green card ready sperm. I don't think she could find another dude to do it. Walter just happened to be the one dumb enough to do it over and over and over again. But most guys probably wouldn't be like. It's so obviously a stupid idea. Like, holy shit, Walter. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, like, he's loaded. I mean, like, you know, he's rich. He's got 50% share. My guess is he's got at least 30-50% share from that Fresh Fit business. So you know he's making a lot of money. Myra's not gonna toss him. Like, yeah, that's what she's after.
Thank you. That's what I said. I told my audience that. They kept saying that Fresh Fit audience is so mad that they said he was going to kick Walter. I said no. First of all, Myron, even though I don't like Myron, okay, Myron is very loyal to Walter. That's not going to happen.
He is, but Myron's got to kick him out of principle now, and Walter should celebrate it because that means
do it, though. You know
what Myron has to do is every time a super chat comes in, he's going to see a $100 super chat, and in his mind he's thinking $50 of this is going to this fucking moron across from me that's going to pay some amount of this child support to that succubus Chinese Beijing demon that managed to milk an American child out of my fucking co-owner of my business. That's what he's getting in every super chat that comes in. 18 years.
Just for due diligence, let me ask, if you had to put a percentage in her mostly making these actions out of being upset and not thinking through it or not being straight, just percentage, just humor me, what would it be? Like 12% chance that this is not some cold manipulating evil succubus?
All this is authentic, man. It's like less than 5. Like, just for stuff that I'm looking at, like here's what I'm looking at. One, if you look through her Instagram, this is a worldly sophisticated person, okay? She's not like a random naive dipshit. She knows what she's doing. Like with that actor, like, I don't know what you do. I don't know internet. I never know any of these guys. I don't know bullshit. She fucking knew. She was on the fucking show. Bullshit. She doesn't know anything about these guys. That's a fucking lie. Okay, she's got these big old massive fucking fake tits. Okay, no shot is this some just naive poor little girl that doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Number one, number two, gets pregnant, 2 tests, photographs everything, perfectly fucking framed. Okay, I don't know if she called Quentin Tarantino to do the staging and all these shots. Okay, literally is recording phone calls from Walter 1 or 2 days after finding out she's pregnant with his fucking money baby. Okay, so that she could blow him up on Instagram.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously a bad play they make, but considering they are no longer together, I mean, from her perspective, it sounds like she was defending herself. Well, protecting herself, I guess, but then also, again, she's very vindictive. Like, this whole thing reads like she's trying to hurt him because he hurt her. It doesn't make it right, but it's very clear that that's the motive here.
Bullshit. This is not the actions of a person who's genuinely concerned about their child or their future, trying to figure out what they want to do. She's burning the bridge with this guy immediately. She said at the beginning of this conversation, I never believe this see his kid. No, hell no, not this fucking trash. Hell no, he's not gonna see his kid. I don't care if he changes his mind, he's not gonna see his kid. Oh, USA means financial obligation required from father, though, yes? Oh, I cannot work for 9 months towards visa. Not good, yes? I called lawyer to check. Like, bullshit.
I don't want to big dog, little dog, just a but I just want to say, when I ask these questions, I was told that to stop, okay? To stop digging, okay? Just like,
wait, we went down that train. We went down that road. I didn't want her to leave right away. And also, those weren't the juicy questions. I wanted to mind Walter's personal life, okay? That's some funny shit. Sure. But I would put a higher chance on her just being like innocent and naive and actually getting fooled by something here. I put a higher percentage chance over that on her actually being like a psyop because she checks every single box on the red pill, like Destiny said, gold digger chart, right? She's hit every box. I would bet more money on her being a psyop than her just being a fake, or sorry, not a fake, but a naive, like, oh, he just totally fooled me when he said he loved me. But I also said he could sleep with 4 other women, that was fine.
Like the red pill is doing like a skit thing, like Myron and Walter, like
some kind of psyop, like, I don't even know.
I believe there's a higher chance of that being true.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, 100% I agree with that, yeah.
Well, also good on Tree for, I don't know, keeping her from just fucking leaving. Oh my god, dude, a couple times.
She needed some female energy in here, that's what it was. And to be honest, I really was trying to, first of all, come on, Walter, I really have to see how beautiful she's fucking gorgeous. Like, plastic or not, her body is fucking amazing. And I'm like, face, nice body, pow. And I'm like,
I'm just trying to get through this set at this point. We have like 3 minutes left of it, so I'm just double speeding it. I have nothing to really say.
Walter?
I don't want to do the ideology thing right now, okay? Because it feels bad, but like,
I don't think she got pregnant on purpose. She's being malicious about it, though. I think she just wants him to be taking accountability. Yeah, no, I think she's being malicious about it. I don't know if it's about accountability. I think it's about hurting him.
I don't want to make this like a political back and forth thing, but this is every single thing that I said, okay, has happened here. That's what this was. When you say, I don't know why Walter, when I would argue on these shows about how, like, bro, rich guys don't fuck girls that work at Starbucks and all these others like, yeah, they do, yeah, they do. The problem is that these are new money guys who have no idea how to manage their shit. So if a girl like this was ever going to look for you like this, she's not trying to go after a fucking Jeff Bezos or some Dubai millionaire. These guys either have vasectomies, they either have vasectomies, condoms and spermicide, or assassins to fucking kill your ass if you're doing wild shit like this.
Dude,
but new money guys that make money on YouTube are doing this crazy red pill shit. These are the perfect fucking targets. These are exactly the types of people. They got way more money than they know to handle. They don't know how the fuck they can conduct themselves. They have no self-control. And boom, it's just like, that's easy. Get your money, get your green card, do your shit, get your child support, you're set.
Okay,
like,
I just realized, Destiny, that this is why every one of these rich families only dates other rich people. Because the dad who gets fucked like Walter just got fucked, trust me, this kid's born. That kid's gonna learn as a primary lesson if he's in Walter's life. You do not fuck poor girls, okay? We got this money, you don't fuck around.
She's not porno.
Well, I don't know if she has money. She's flown down around to a lot of places.
She went 50 on Hermes bag.
Yeah, who paid the other 50%?
I mean, I've been around these regulars so much. I don't trust anybody's money who says they rent Lambos. I don't trust any.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know how much.
But $15,000. Come on now, you know, broke. No, that's why I told you I was disappointed. She went 50-50 on that bag.
Yeah, like, did she even pay for this? Like, credit? Did she know to pay? Did she buy her credit card?
I don't know. That's a good point.
I know girls that you've never heard of that have sugar daddies. Like people you have no fucking idea. This girl could easily have some dudes that are fronting her $10,000, $20,000 a month to give her some credit card to fucking fin down them on her spend money. Absolutely easily. Again, look at this girl. This girl's travel all over the fucking world. She's got how many fucking photos in Dubai and all this shit going on. Like there's no way. I don't think she's rich, but I think she's paid for.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to an incel. Listen to this shit. Oh my god, bro! I can't believe she finessed and she's in here with. You know what? I bet that she hangs up these fucking calls and she, I don't know these YouTube. I don't know. And she's like, oh man, I got that motherfucker. Holy shit! I'm the hook, line, and sinker. Just ain't no doubt. Sorry, how do I did not hang up? Oh my god! You see this fucking card? I got this fucking 18 years. It's over. Like no, I bet she doesn't sound like that. God, I'm turning an incel. You guys are killing me. All right, give me my
Bye, Steven.
Relationships. And I have.
Okay. Maybe he knows more than I do about what's going on. Who the fuck knows? Why would I talk to Destiny about this? You guys are so weird. It's not that big of a deal. The situation matters not at all. This was brain rot we engaged in over a fucking pregnancy of 2 fucking morons. You guys care about this stuff too much, okay? I know I got a little heated, but who fucking gives a shit? This is not like the #1 on my priority. Oh, fuck, I just watched this. Let me go have a conversation with this guy about what nothing. Why? Okay, whatever.